back in. Couple hours left in the afternoon here. That's shaping up to be a little bit positive if you're looking at tech, but we are still seeing a little bit of weakness if you look at the Dow. Back in the red. It's been kind of flip-flopping throughout the day from positive to negative and back and forth. Same story for the S&P. We're back to basically flat here, 0.05, currently 0.38 then for the NASDAQ. It's primarily the NASDAQ 100. We are seeing some underlying strength this afternoon. Crude oil back to exactly flat. It was down a little bit, up a little bit. Now, same story, back to flat. 3.25 for Bitcoin, Ethereum 2.2%. That's the way the board is looking, 0.07 currently for the S&P 500. That's the energy group. DVN reported. Just remember that. So that's an earnings name, 11.5%. Oxy, 4.8%. Big week for that one. MRO, PXD, EOG, all downside today. So primarily the weakness coming out of the market right now, you can see, is energy, and then AKAM, who also reported earnings. A little bit of weakness in healthcare, but look at all the green here. There's a ton of green, ton of positivity underlying in the overall market, but we're not seeing that in the overall market here, just 0.03, as I mentioned, back to the upside. Semiconductors, the best group right now within tech stocks, SEDG, ENPH, First Solar here, 3.25. So all the clean energy semiconductors having great days back to the upside when AMD, NVIDIA here, and Micron all downside, 1.5 through to about 2% in negative territory. Industrials, all very positive. Materials, all very positive. MLM, VMC were both earnings names. Para, on a positive note, we'll talk about coming up here a little bit this afternoon as well. Offsetting a down day for Meta, 2%. Goog and Google back to the upside to the tune of about 2% as well today. So again, a lot of areas of green so far in the S&P with a couple hours to go here. On a, well, we'll see. Maybe we get there. Positive across the board kind of a day. If you missed it as well, we had that energy number that came out at 10:30 this morning. Monster build in crude oil inventories last week. It was 15 million versus an expectation of about 2 million build to the upside. So huge move down, and then we come right back up for crude. Anyway, hope your afternoon's going well. Let's jump into what we were discussing. If you were with us in the pre-market this morning, we took you through Roblox, we took you through Airbnb, got you set for Tesla as well, was moving around in the pre-market. So many opportunities as there are on a daily basis. We're going to touch on a few of those coming up here. How'd you do? Is there ways that we can do better tomorrow? That is why we are here. Sean is going to lead the way this afternoon with a look at one of his trades.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your trade of the day, and today it's Roblox. And why is it Roblox? Again, a big earnings call for them today. Huge monster move. You can see it's up 24% right now. And this is the best part about it. Daily active users up 19%. EPS beat, minus 54 cents versus minus 62. So still not making money, but it's a beat. And I wrote down one more thing. EBITDA plus 78%, plus daily bookings up 2%. So hey, we thought it would rally for sure. Look at the move here by Roblox. Huge move to the upside. And the key is right here, $40 level. If we move over here, you can see why 40 is just so key. Here it is on the daily chart. $40, bouncing off 40. That's pretty key level there. You can go all the way back into here where you saw that we bounced around $40 before. Now today you get the earnings bump that you're all waiting for. We had Daniel Shea on talking about Roblox. These are what's moving. Upstart moving today, Roblox moving. It's these depressed assets that continue to move up. Now, as we look at what we did here today, I'm just going to step over here quickly to show you. Whoa, don't want to go off the screen. $42. The problem with this level is that in the pre-market, we were there at 42, never came back. So that's the one issue here. We don't have as many shares on here as we needed to. But the sticky note had it all over it, going long on Roblox. I was hoping, and we put the line right here for $40. I was hoping we got back to that level, but we never did, let alone this 41 right here that we sort of battled around with. So that's the kind of levels that we're talking about. First take, right there at 42. You can see the level right there, $42 coming into play one more time. It bumps up. The thing is, in the pre-market, it hit 42.50 a couple times. And you might have saw me talking about this. There was about a 40 to 50,000 share buyer there on ARCA. When that disappeared, we just punched out of half. So we wind up taking like around around a 30, 40-cent win initially. And this is the thing. We could have reloaded, but we were not sure. We were waiting for this down there. But unfortunately, boom, goes all the way up to the upside, and you're going to see us getting out of Roblox right there on the break back down 44.50. We talked about 46 on the daily chart, right? So if you're going to look over here, there was a high of 46 back into there that we're looking at. Unfortunately, we don't get to that level, and you could see, even though we got out of Roblox there at 44.50, it kind of just barcoded the rest of the day, not really giving us a trade here. But I know we can all see a trade. This is VWAP right now, just hovering along. So, hey, maybe there's a buy opportunity there if we come back down into VWAP. But I'm pretty impressed. It's holding the highs. It's Roblox. And again, let's not sleep on these earnings plays. If they go up in the pre-market, guess what? They can get lifted even higher. Many of these names have a short interest. Roblox is your trade of the day.
Absolute monster this morning was Roblox. I had to sit here patiently waiting for Roblox. It was a little bit late coming out, that report, but worth the wait. Roblox on that as well. If you haven't done so already, make sure you do. Hit that QR code. You can enter the link as well, watchlist.tradertv.live. That'll get you to the link. You just enter your email address like Fahad did there, and then you can have the watch list for free from us every single day, guys. I was just seeing Meta here popped up on note about calls. Big call volume, but trying to get back above 176.5 right now. Meta, the one that was standing out on the board there, if you saw it, to the downside as far as communication stocks when Goog and Google were higher. So keep an eye on that, see if we do get some volume coming in too. Meta, wanted to kick things off with Airbnb as we did this morning, talking a little bit about earnings as well. There was also this. I just saw Rivian back on volume. If you remember this morning, we touched on this. Barclays initiating with overweight on Rivian. Seems a little strange, but anyways, Rivian having a great day on that note, it would appear. Airbnb, meanwhile, the nights and experiences booked metric that they released was all-time highs in this quarter, and then they pointed to a 20% bump coming next quarter. So really good report right across the board for Airbnb, up huge here as well, guys.
So first things first, the last two shorts I have on, Baba is probably going to get stopped out, and then Bed Bath & Beyond that we can hold on to. But Airbnb was a good one. And when you get away from what is the trend, I'll show you in a second, we were doing some, breakout was fine. Then I said, okay, let's go with the trend trade, buying the trend. Was able to get a nice little trade. I went away from that there, took another top break. That didn't work, missed this. It's not an excuse, it's just the truth. We were in a meeting when we got to the VWAP bottom. I didn't want to leave an order out there with a dry stop, and would have been a good decision because it would have worked. And then I got away from the trend again. So I think you just got to stick to the trend with a name like this. On the higher time frame, it was set up kind of brilliantly for this type of a day. Hold 200 period, break 121, out and above that 130. So looking to fill in a gigantic gap that you got. Oh, you guys can't see the gap. There you go. Looking to fill a gigantic gap in there, and that's exactly what we're seeing have happen today. So it's doing its best in a slow grind to the upside. And when you're getting one of these, first move was bouncing off 130. So if you didn't get that trade, all you can do is follow that gentle trend to the upside by buying the dips. So I'm going to do that. That looks like 136 is going to be the afternoon buy for me. No more chasing the tops on Airbnb. You can get away with it. It's just not very efficient. And then you're not going to hold on to the trade when it goes against you a little bit because you'll feel you're so far away from support. That's what I did here. I'm going to go back to riding the trend line, which is letting it come back down to me for a buck or so. Strong name in a host of strong names today. Roblox, Airbnb, Silvergate's having a big day as well. Oh, we're going to talk them next.
Yeah, I didn't trade Airbnb today, but we talked about that key level there of 25 AB. See, I got the new version again here, so it'll automatically put the wrong extension in as I push enter. But right now, yeah, Airbnb today, I was looking at that 125 level there as a stop and go area, but it never came back in. So you can see right here, it's actually 126, I think it is, or 128. What is that level? Yeah, 126. So I was hoping that maybe we would come back in, hit it, and then go back up to the upside. That never came came into play today. Airbnb, as Neil just described it, very, very strong. Does have that one pullback to 129, 130, but again, up to 137 and still going there. Airbnb, like Roblox, I still think it's probably overdone a little bit to the upside, but hey, it's broken above that 130, and I still say you stay long until you go back down below. It's similar to that Roblox of $40. Airbnb now has 130 on it, so I would say you wait until 130, and then that's where you would get out, or just keep riding this to the upside. I think you see 150 before you see 130. So good job for Airbnb today on that report. And if the market keeps on pumping like it's doing right now, then these big stocks are going to keep on going to the north side.
Pump it, except for Bubba.
To crypto here a little, talk about Silvergate. These hearings this week, there's crypto hearings going on in Washington. We've been hearing all about regulation coming. We get that note from Gary Gensler in the SEC this morning talking about having these firms to register before they can hold custody on crypto assets. I guess that's what these big money players have been waiting for. We get Citadel yesterday. We get Jane Street yesterday, both disclosing 5+% stakes in SI. And yeah, now here we are, 40%, guys, in 2 days for Silvergate. What a move here, up 25 now.
Come on, brother.
We have
Wow.
we have former traders in the building, and Neil and I love this guy. So yeah, maybe we can bring him on in a couple of seconds here. But all right, so Silvergate just continues to make moves to the upside, man. There it is right here today. It's on the sticky note. We love Silvergate. We had Citadel in this name yesterday, 5%. Huge moves up, 19.50 to $20. We got out twice there. We are still in right now, a third of Silvergate. So let's go, man. I mean, this name continues to rock to the upside right now. Silvergate. I don't want to get out of this. I said I wouldn't be out of it. We are still in this name. Silvergate right now, ripping to the upside. And honestly, when you're going to look at a chart, I'm not even looking at charts for this because it's so depressed down. You're only now taking out this $22 level. So I still think there's a lot to run on Silvergate. If you are thinking of a stopping spot, we're only at 22 now. We've been up here before. I could see myself thinking about a 22.50 area or so on Silvergate. So that would be a little level there for me to get out on, would be Silvergate. The ES just went green now. So I was thinking about, not thinking I'm in this. Palantir just took out the top there, but man, it may fall back in. So let's wait to see what Palantir does. But 995, might be something there. I don't really. Yeah, I think we're going to have to hold this till 995, man. So we're in it now. We're in probably too many shares. Maybe we'll get a piece out. We're in at 6.5. We just punched that right there once it broke. So we got some 6s, some 7s there. But that day high, now that I look at this, was really 8. And maybe we should have waited for that wick top of 10. So, yeah. Let me stay in this trade for now, but I'm feeling some ways right here about Palantir. But we're in it. Maybe get a piece out and then punch more back if it does break that level. And we're also in Ford, but that's coming up in just a couple seconds. I don't think you had any Silvergate, did you?
Oh, I had Silvergate. I got
early, right?
I got the chart of the day, but it's for all the wrong reasons. And we have a friend behind this, and you can come in. But I have to show this because it's epic in a lot of ways, and this is going to happen to you. Sometimes you make a top wick, sometimes you make a bottom wick. I made almost the bottom wick on Silvergate. Like, I had the level I liked. I said, let's get it. If it breaks 18, let's look at yesterday's close. It dips down into that range. Okay, it tries to break the low. You jump into the long. It'll be good. And then we got it one time for like 40 cents. Actually, it was more like 60 cents. Comes back in there. Reload. And then it goes underneath the stop. So what I usually do is in that situation, if you catch the bid good the first time, I want to reload it and then throw my stop underneath the previous low. It stopped out. This is where you have the chance to get back in. I didn't do it, and it's an excuse and it's not a good one. But sometimes in opening morning you're looking at something else. So Baba just went to the upside as well. So bye Alibaba.
Yeah, Palantir right now is blasting. I said we'd have a little bit too many shares because, quite frankly, we did. But right now, you're seeing there's a take of Palantir right now. So we just went long. Did we get something out at 13? No, we only got 10s. We are at 13 right now. We can put a 12 out. That'll probably fill almost immediately. We are long Palantir here, 6.5. So that's a good trade. It shows 7. It just upsized it. That's fine. I don't care. We're long 7s right now on Palantir. We have a 12. We just took it out, and then we have a 13 coming next. So let's see where we go right now on Palantir. Trying to blast up higher, man. This is my trade. We like Palantir. We were in Palantir. Is it on the board? No, it's not in there because it's second day trade. Whoops, we don't want to draw too many lines. We were in Palantir right here earlier on today. $9 for Palantir. Our best out, $9.70 right there, like we indicated. And now we're in again on the break high of the day. And we just got filled again at 13 right now. So it's so far so good. It's a nice little upside move here in PLTR, guys.
All right, just quickly, there's a positive note from Wells Fargo out on this one. Space today, 9.5% right now. You can see a couple of volume spikes just recently in the past few minutes. Pointing towards, I mean, they announced their earnings call aftermarket yesterday. That seemed to get this thing going today, but huge volume coming into this one. Virgin Galactic, even, I mean, we've seen Upstart today. We've seen all these stocks that have been just crushed, getting a bit of a bid. So WFC, anyways, out on positive note, out on Virgin Galactic. Here's what was happening this morning with Tesla. They do come out and confirm they're going to release a portion of their charging network to the rest of the world. So you don't have to have a Tesla. I think it was about 75%. $7.5 billion worth of federal funding becoming available to them on that move. Tesla also halting Chinese production again, just for a quick update or upgrade to the Shanghai plant for Tesla over in China, guys. But what a day again. We're trying to get back to 2% to the upside for Tesla after an early dip into negative territory.
So I didn't really do much with Tesla. I just got Lucid. So I'm gonna end up talking about Lucid because I didn't really do much with Tesla here today. You know, it tanked in the morning and it was kind of in a downward trend. I worked the short off of the 210 afterward, and then it just broke to the upside. But Lucid was where my attention was, and Lucid just took the high of the day again. So Lucid, oh, look at that crazy wick. So Lucid broke 1060. And I love this double top. I think someone in the morning show was reminding me about this bottom channel on Lucid. It's even better on the 15-minute. Let's go to the 15-minute so you can see just how good this is. There's this level on the 15-minute. Like 3 days in a row, you're holding 1060. We got the break, worked all the way up to 11, reloaded at 1070, worked it to 11, and then it just took out a fresh high. So these are like two separate kind of trades here. Now I'm buying the top to see if it can continue to break out. But Lucid was trying to pull a Rivian because Rivian was probably the bigger move, but now up 7%. I'm long the top here. We'll see the dip buys and these lower trades have been better, but I like the momentum that I see here in Lucid breaking out of this channel. There's still a good 30 or 40 cents to go before you get to next resistance I see on Lucid.
Guys, okay, well, we're going to talk about Ford in a minute. You know, why don't we do that? Let's go to Brendan, and then we'll talk about Ford because I'm in the trade now, and it's working for me. So let's go to Brendan quickly, and then we'll get back.
I was just going to throw this up on screen, but let's do it this way. Here is an update. Ford saying they're going to suspend production of the F-150 Lightning through at least the end of next week as it reviews this battery issue. This is what we were talking about in the pre-market, but here we go. A timely update, guys, for Ford.
Yeah, so thank you, Brendo. Yeah, I just want to talk about it quickly because we're in it, and when we're in something, we're going to talk about it. So we just shorted Ford here off the top of the day. So I was short yesterday. We really hit Ford yesterday on this move down when the volume started picking up about the battery issues. So we were actually short up here at 1308. You guys remember we covered and did a fantastic job of covering that. And then right now in today, it just came back up to 1290. Basically the pre-market levels that I was looking at. You know, a little lucky here as the market's trying to go, well, is making moves a high side right now. It's funny because as Palantir, we got out of about half of our Palantir. We'll still wait for that. We're still in the majority of these shares right now. But as the market falls down, I think Ford is prime to be one of these names that just continues to make the move down as well. So, you know, hopefully we can capture something out here. We just missed a couple opportunities right there. Okay, we just got an 85 there. Sometimes I'll use like gateways that are inverse gateways. Good one there. So where I can get filled rather than rating in line because, you know, when you're taking profit on it, you don't need to worry too much. But we're short 88 right now against the pre-market high. I just feel like if the market falls down, Ford is a red name here into a big market. So let's continue that. There's really no tech aspect other than EV into this. They got downgraded today by Barclays. So Ford continues to work. It's still in our pocket. We like this trade. Wow, SI right now taking out day's high again. We're $3 in the money on SI right now. That name is continuing to rip to the upside. Palantir sort of stopped a little bit there. This is what we're talking about when we got some out. Right there's 14s and a 15, but now it's coming back in. I'm going to just watch Palantir breaking back through 10. If it breaks back down through 10, let's get out. We only maximized that. We only got 7 cents from 6.5 up to 15. So that's more than that. That's 8 cents, 9 cents. So yeah, we're not going to hold this too far back down to the downside right there, but we are watching out for our Ford trade. I know you were talking about GM a little bit.
Well, so there's one level I liked on GM that I thought we'd get to with the EVs as strong as they are today. It's up 1%, but it never broke this 43 yet. So this is in play if we continue higher. I was long into this yesterday, and obviously you can see it never got there. And today it looks like it has a chance. So I like the 43 break. Maybe we see it, maybe we don't. I'm going to hope that we do, so we can take this double top breakout on the 15-minute chart there on GM. And what's bad for Ford, I would think is good for GM. I don't know what my daily's doing there, but I'm going to get locked and loaded for that one. I am in Lucid off the high, and Carvana I was just looking at. I just paid for locates on CVNA. A couple of things are coming into play. CVNA already rejected this high once, up 13%. I think there's a decent chance we could see that again. It's just like Lucid. Like, it's not just this high, it's the top of the channel. If it breaks out from here, there's all kinds of room to the upside, but I'll give it a chance. I didn't short it the first time because I didn't pay for locates. I'll try it the second time, but this does set up as a reverse. If it gets past here, this is just like that 1060 level on Lucid, where you're breaking the bottom end of the channel and there's a lot of room to the upside. So I'm acknowledging that to me looks like a reversal long, but I usually short a level like that first, give it like 10, 15 cents.
All right, I was just reading through this note on Rivian from Barclays here. If you missed it when we came on there, I was kind of surprised by this. Anyways, a lot of positive things, guys, to say about Rivian. Barclays has up 8% now. It keeps popping up on a volume scanner in front of me as they try to take out $21 again. It's been a while since it's been up here. 2 days, though, back to back. Pretty nice move for RIVN on that Barclays note again. Initiating coverage at overweight on Rivian. Seems a little surprising. I had Roblox on there just to wrap things up. We had it for trade of the day, obviously, but nice look for Roblox if you missed it in the pre-market. Came out a little bit late, but decent numbers right across the board. Forecast pretty good as well.
I want to say one thing about Rivian because we kind of glossed over it. This morning, there was a big sell imbalance right at the open that came off on Rivian. And when you see this happen, when you get a monster sell out of nowhere, it was an imbalance that came in, so before 9:30, I saw it go to the downside. And then right at the open, it catches a bid and then breaks out. Sometimes when you get a massive dump like that going into the open and then it reclaims the price level and starts breaking out from there, that can be a very, very bullish setup. So I know I was looking at Lucid because Lucid, it is what it is. I mean, Rivian was certainly better. Whether you catch the break or this consolidation, oftentimes you've relieved so much pressure here that it's just straight shot to the upside. So watch out for things like that at 9:30. I know usually you have a plan of action and you're looking at certain names. Jumping into a new one is not necessarily something you want to do in that moment. But yeah, that was definitely an opportunity in Rivian. As I said, I just happened to like Lucid better because we'd been scouting the levels for a couple of days. But yeah, Rivian was the one at the open. If you caught it, it was so much volume and so much opportunity down here at like 1950.
All right, yeah, what are we talking about? Roblox. Okay, so yeah, we did it as the trade of the day, and as you guys know here, I'll just call it up for you quickly again. Look, bookings up 2.6%. Ding, that's what they need, right? They're an online, gaming. I mean, you guys know what Roblox is. The more people that log in there and play every day, the better it's going to be for Roblox. Although they are not making money, minus 54 cents versus minus 62 on the EPS. That's a problem. That's a problem if you're a value investor. But, for growth-wise, they hit all the metrics today. Daily active users, I might have not talked about this, up 19%. And remember, every child born is a new Roblox customer. And as far as I know, children are still being born every day. So that's going to be a good one. EBITDA up plus 78%. I like it. Look, I'm long this name. I'm not long from the bottom. I have been bag holding a little bit of this name, but I was able to get some out at like 140 when it ripped up to that level as well. So I just like Roblox here today. We talked about the short interest in this name. It's not like outsized, like a Carvana, which you can see right here, is 58%. Roblox, I thought it was, I was going to say 7 or 8%. So you're at 6.5%, even better than I thought. So that's not really helping the stock to the upside. It's just momentum. Play the momentum. You're up 25%. When we did the trade of the day, we were right down here at 44.20. Now you're at 44.90, looking to go higher. 44.80, looking to go higher. So yeah, man, I like the name. I like the stock, and I think it continues to work. The only cautionary tale about them is that if you're going to go long now, you might want to just watch. I mean, this is how dramatic it is. You might just want to watch out for this level right into there, $40, right? So, I mean, it hasn't been super key as you look over the chart, but, you know, we've bounced off there a couple times and wicked higher. So I would just say, you know, take this move today with a grain of salt. If you're long from down here, you may want to take it, you know, 25%. Might want to put that in your pocket and buy some Robux for your kids. But for right now, I think Robux continues to make new highs on the day. And then we'll look to see. If tomorrow you open up like 46, 47, then for sure $50 is in play. So that $50 goes all the way back to that summer high that we all saw before sort of Tank City started to happen. But you can see now you're starting to now go highs there, then a lower high, then sort of a lower high again. Then we started making all new lower highs until now the trend confirmed by today seems to have been broken. We tried to go back down. We held the 50 period on the daily, which is pretty key. Then they blast out those daily active users. Look, we saw what happened with Facebook, Meta, Facebook, Snap, all these names. When they report higher daily active users, stock rallies. So that's happening right now. And there it goes, Roblox. So yeah, that's that trade. Looks like Palantir came right back upside a little bit right now. We're still in Ford. Ford's not really moving too much for me now, so I'm not like in love with that name, but I feel like we could take another piece out on Palantir here at 13. The highest we've gotten for Palantir has been up here at 14. Okay, Neil, do you want to discuss any other positions here? Because I want to.
I just got Carvana just quickly. I said, well, I told you guys I was going to show Carvana off the high of the day, and then the other one I'm just going to bring you to attention. Upstart. I didn't think it was a good quarter. Actually, the revenue got cut in half, and everything was bad about it. But 40% short interest is the only number that you need to understand here. That's why it's up 28%. It has a double top. I stopped the long after going 17 to like 19.5. I started looking for the shorts. I think there's an opportunity for the short here again off this 2170, like double top. I'll take a shot at it. I just feel like this one's gone a little bit too far. Not even with a good report here. So it's just a squeeze play per se. But as you were teeing up.
Yeah, I was seeing something up here. I'm just with, yeah, you know what, now I'm getting filled. Of course I'm starting to get filled. I was sort of with, okay, now Palantir's blasting. This is such a good day. All right, I was just saying that, and I was agreeing with you sort of, Momo, that maybe Ford doesn't want to go under 1285. I don't know why that's so important, but the last time we came down, the best we got was 83. So you might be right. So I am getting a little lighter here, watching out for that 1290. But what just blasted up was we got another 14 fill. Now we're back up to 15 Palantir. Let's let Palantir run. We already have it. Okay, part of the best thing about being on a prop floor, of course, are the traders behind us.
Yes.
You know, I mean, trading at home is kind of boring. I think all of us know that. And I want to thank everybody for finding us, because that's what we're doing, right? We're creating, hopefully, a little bit of action, a little bit of background talk, and things like that. So, you know, what that reminds me of is one of our favorite traders of all time.
Top five.
Yeah,
easy,
one of.
Easy top five.
Yeah, and it's Jaweed. Jaweed. Where are you? Let's get over here. We've already got him all mic'd up. The best thing about this guy is he has a little bit of Fahad in him, meaning that this man could do everything. Where is he? Get over here, man.
He's the best at everything.
This man, at one point, he came out. Yeah, I don't know. Where does he want? Can he come here? Can sit over there? Where does he want to go?
He can come here.
He can come here. Then we can move him over there.
We can leave the shot. Yeah.
So I forget how it started. Maybe he has the story better than I. But there was a telephone book on our trading floor. Do you remember what I'm going to get out of here?
I remember 100% this.
So this dude says, telephone book, I tear that apart with my damn bare hands.
And you know, it's a trading floor, so we bet on everything.
And then so we were like, really?
Hell no,
this dude's breaking this with his own hands? How can we? Yeah, do you want to come down here? I mean, it's going to be, we know, or stand right here. I just don't know how much the camera can see. All right, here he is. Yo, how long has it been?
Hey,
first of all, bro,
brother.
Hey,
you got to put the mic on.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, slip it on right there. He's got the mute. He's got the mute. Okay, I thought we were prepared for this, but okay, here we go. So how's it going, man? What have you been up to?
Well, I was in a wheelchair for like 10 months.
Okay.
And I just started walking again.
Well, this got dark real quick. This got dark real quick.
But you're good now.
No, I'm good now.
Don't tell me it was your motorcycle.
It was my motorcycle. Yeah.
When this guy visited, you visited us about 11 months ago with a crazy motorcycle, and you said, oh, you came on the highway, you visited from an hour away.
Yep.
And you drove. So what happened?
Well, I was driving in Muskoka, and somebody hit me from behind and ran away.
So
Well, God bless.
Yeah.
I mean, you seem to be.
Well, I had all my ribs were broken, and I had like metal in
This
my
is a
leg.
fail by us.
Yeah.
I don't want.
But like Superman, he has reemerged.
So how are
Yes.
you now?
Well, I would say 98% good.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
that. I'll
98
take
works,
that.
brother.
But hey, I've been trading while my leg was in the air.
Yes. And you've been watching
doing
Trader
crypto?
TV Live.
Oh, still doing crypto.
doing crypto.
Love my crypto.
And your favorite trading show is?
Oh, Trader TV all the
Very
way,
good,
buddy.
very good. Give this man a raise. And then, so you're still trading, or?
I'm still trading. I'm still in a couple positions, long term, short term.
Give us one name you like long term.
Long term, Bitcoin,
There it is, Bitcoin.
Ethereum, decentralized finance.
There it is.
We'll have Kevin
Yes.
O'Leary on tomorrow, and you guys can talk all about that. So what are you up to now? Just
What about Sam Bankman-Fried?
We had him on already. We had him on.
He was on the show.
Oh, right on.
Before everything, obviously.
Well, it's just
live from the
unfortunate.
cell, actually.
It's unfortunate, but I think the industry is going to emerge from all these bad actors moving forward a lot better.
Right, that's
That's
probably
what I
true.
believe.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
And it gives an opportunity to small guys to create some wealth.
Yeah,
in the
once
long
you get the
term.
poison out, it's all good.
So
Right?
just one more thing, because we teed it up the whole
Silvergate.
the tearing of the phone book story. Can you do that now? Have you learned
Can
your
I
lesson?
do that now? Maybe in like 6 months.
Gotta
I
train
could
for it.
try. Yeah, for sure.
So will you promise us to come back here and try to rip a phone book live on the air?
And while trading a rebalance.
Wild One time.
If
So
he-
this man.
Hold on a second. If he rips a phone book on air, I
I
will.
told you he had some fajad in
I
there.
will eat half a pineapple pizza if he can do that. It's a phone book. You can't do it. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger couldn't do it in his. Well, he probably
Someone
could.
just said on the chat that they trust you with their life.
Actually?
Actually.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly. So,
No, that's what I.
There you
hey. What can
No, this
I
guy's
say?
a great guy.
That's an honor.
so come back soon.
We'll get a phone book. I don't know where you get a phone book.
And if you want a job on the floor, you let us know.
Oh, that's a great opportunity.
Oh, you know what
I'm
I'm
so
saying?
happy to see you guys. It's been 10 years since we've known each other.
I'm glad you're doing better.
A decade,
man.
and you look great, so I'm really happy.
Wow,
for
thank
that.
you very
No, we
much.
don't. You do,
Appreciate that. Yeah. So you got offer the guy a job. Next
getting
thing you know,
older.
you're freaking Tom Cruise over here. Okay, so I just want to say, you mentioned that you are probably the reason why we show the Brazil numbers at the end of every day. Because you were trading a lot of Brazilian rebalances.
I still got the data, and I mean, it
And I remember
works.
Neil, I think you gave him a heart attack one day, or maybe it was Greg at that point. You
was
wound
me.
up having like $500 million worth
it
of
was-
Brazilian.
Yeah, it was more than all the banks combined.
Yeah, it wasn't that much, but it was a lot. It was a lot. So,
I was risk managing at the time. I was like, what?
all right, Joe Weed, man, great
Hey,
to see you,
nice
man.
to be on the show.
All right,
to see
take
you.
care.
Thanks,
Let's
guys.
get back to trading. So that's what it's all about, honestly. Like that's the thing for us. It's the people that you meet, you know, and the characters, and then it's what he added to the floor as well. Like everybody loves this man.
So one of the best positive attitude you could see on the trading floor, up, down, doesn't matter, which you need in this game, man. You see it with Fahad. You see it with a lot of people on the floor. Pratt's definitely always been like that, and yeah, just so happy.
Yeah. So that's it. And then,
Oh,
you know
there
what I
you go.
noticed though? Ja Weed and Ja Rule both really like Bitcoin.
It's true.
Hold the line. Wasn't that what Ja
Interesting.
Rule said?
Interesting.
Wasn't that what Ja Rule said?
Yeah, we all care what Ja thinks. It's all about what Ja thinks.
It's all about Ja. Ja Rule. All right, let's go, man.
It's not about what Ja thinks.
Yeah.
So
So he didn't
one
say
good-
what he's doing now. What are you doing now? All right,
was-
he's back with Greg. We'll figure that out. People want to know all about this guy.
No, so I think he was in
Trading still.
real estate and trading.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he does real estate and then he's trading as well. I know he trades
Get
a lot
this
of
man
crypto.
to list my house.
Because that was the last thing he was doing, trading a lot of crypto. What was cool is he would always try new things, right? So that's why, like the Brazilian market, like a lot of people weren't really tackling it, and he kind of figured out some secret sauce and had his own trade going, which, you know, at times you can put some risk on, right? I got stopped out of Upstart.
A little bit of risk.
It's kind of a tight stop, a little bit of risk. It definitely was.
I remember looking
dude,
over
I
and I
remember
was
that-
like, Why are we so exposed to Brazil?
I remember that day. I was just like, what? Huh?
And you're
What?
looking over, we're just like, yo,
what?
make sure you can cover these positions here.
What's going on
It all
here?
worked out. It all worked out. You can see he still
He was a temporary market maker on the side. No, I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
exactly. So, but you can see, man, even breaking 98. What did he say? All of his rips. I don't know.
See,
what he said.
I'm one of those like I
was
I could
98%
never
recovered. That's
I
what it
could
was.
never do the motorcycle.
Oh man, when I saw
thing.
him riding, I mean, it was just it was a
I
fine
get
bike,
nervous
but
looking.
I
No,
felt
it's to each their own. Like I understand, like it's definitely a thing. People love motorcycles. For me, I can never. I always get nervous.
we're not
when
going to talk
people you
about
care
how many shares or anything that he had. I'm just saying that, it was one of those. That's why he
enough.
joked about the rebalance. That's kind of why I
No.
brought that up, because that's what he was referencing. And
Like to put it in context, it was like when you saw it on the floor risk, it was like, oh, so a bunch of people took Brazil today.
yeah, but it was just one.
No, but it was just one dude. Like that's
It's like looking over and seeing like someone in Meta, let's just say, and I have like, 30,000 shares. You're like, oh my God, we are like really exposed to Meta. You would think that me, Neil,
You think the whole
Brendan,
floor
like
was
maybe
in it.
everybody has it, but yeah. No,
just
so
one
the
guy.
reason why, first of all, SI right now, let's spin that right now. SI is now $3 in the money. And we took this trade. There's not many trades that I will hold on to all day. This SI trade, I told you, like it's on the sticky note. How often do I have something written on here with the exact, well, happens every day, actually, answering my own question. This is written on here. It's hard to, I'm going to call it up. I wrote down 1950 break on SI. So we'll go here. We'll look this up. Unfortunately, yeah, Kevin O'Leary will not be joining us today, tomorrow. 1950 right there continues its rally with Citadel taking a stake. Nice move here. Again, looking at 1950. All right, so, maybe we don't have it, but we do have it right now. It's 8th to the moon. As there it is, man, just straight up to the upside. There's your 1950. It's called Sticky Note Nation. You can Google it. You can ask ChatGPT about Sticky Note Nation, and they will tell you exactly what's good. So there it is right now, 22. I'm getting out when it breaks. Look at this 50 period. Respect, 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 all the way up. So it's been an hour and a half of straight bouncing off this 50 period. So if we break it, we gone like there. So right there, 2180. We're going to get out if it breaks back lower. So that's going to be my play there on SI, as it is a $4 winner, $3 winner.
it's almost at 23, man. 23s, that's the level. That's the one I want. I want 23 shorts. They're free. You don't have to pay for them. But
I got the Jordans on. Maybe
I'm ready for that
you're right about
23
that.
level, but I've been waiting for it, to be honest. Like, I got out at the low of the day on the long, and I'm pissed off about it. I did just get Carvana into 1190, and I want VWAP down here. So double top on CVNA. It's a big level. You saw the same thing happen when Lucid had the double top. It reversed first. Eventually took out 1060, so I want to go for the same thing there. The market is slowing down a bit. Airbnb just took out the top, but I want to go to Apple for a quick second. Did we mention Apple and the DOJ? We did in the midday. It got mentioned on the midday, but you can sort of see here more DOJ issues. Boom, it's 155. It's down to 153.70. Then they said, forget about it. We're going to come back to the upside. However, if the market doesn't make a new high, it's not really been going. Look, obviously it's a good return here, but since it got back to that 155 level, it's been going sideways, trying to check up a little bit. I just feel like there might be a nice little reversal if the market wants to not capitulate, but turn around just a little bit here. So I am looking for the short off the highs. Want to give it one more push into Apple, offset high of the day before I jump into it. And then the last one I want to get to is I tried on the way back up here, because Meta and Softy are relatively weak. Meta probably weaker, oddly enough. You would have thought it would be Softy, but it has been Meta. It has been Meta. So we're back at this 268, which was previous resistance. Now it's putting in support on Microsoft. If this gets taken down and the market reverses, then obviously this is a short. But for now, Softy wants to seem to hold this 268 level. And I think the weaker name, well, you know what? Forget about it. I was going to say it was Meta. They're about the same now because you're back above VWAP on Meta. So I'll throw that one out the window. And the last, I'm only going to bring it up because we're still in it, and it's at the low of the day. And I always forget when this gets to low to get bids out there. We're back at 185 on Bed Bath & Beyond. It did this the last time it was here. Break of 185, down to 182. Did not print me an 81, so I'm not going to screw this one up. It's like get some out here because you might not actually see the low. So in this barcode, I'm just going to bid now so we know we're getting out of some of this and then work on to the next. But I like CVNA short. I like SI in about 60 cents. Oh, never mind. I guess you already pull back a little bit here. So I'm still looking for 23. This isn't quite far enough. It hasn't really gone parabolic at any point in this move.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I got on the Jordan, so maybe we will watch out for 23 there. But I just tweeted
It is
out
a level in the high.
yeah, exactly. I just tweeted out that level right there. Oops, that's Palantir, by the way. Oh yeah, long early, long late, Palantir. We just took out some more 19s. So out of this position that we have, we only have 25% left of this long 07s. The best part about, again, another thing about this long 07 was you saw me put the trade on live right in front of you, and we talked about it before we even put it on. I was like, if we break, we're going long. But the problem is, ye have little faith in my own ability. We got some out at 8s and 9s there against that high. And then when it started, look at this, man. Oh my. Henry, where are you at? Bang for you, Henry Z. Who else owns Palantir? Bang for you right now. Yo, Trader Pratt, you want one? There it is right now. Where's that like button? We can hit that like, subscribe, because it talks
If you like
about
the show,
bangs.
like the video.
Oh,
And
this was
subscribe.
better than mine.
Oh.
I was going to do the bang one there.
I got to hold on a second.
well-
They're next to each other, man. It's a new one. There you
Take
go.
this opportunity to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You won't be disappointed. There's lots of bangs. I kind of like that. I don't know. I'm not in love with that one, but I do like it. Shout out to that. And it's funny because Fahad was just like, oh, I didn't see you do yours. I didn't see Luca. I saw Sharif's. And 'cause he was the first one done there. And,
Yeah.
and then he's like, oh, well, you got to say something funny. I was like, what? I thought this was a like and subscribe thing. And I was like, okay, I'll say something about bags. He's like, that's perfect. So thanks, Fahad, for all that editing and everything.
gotta
That
do
was really
something.
good. And then, of course, the forever professional over there, Sharif, had to change his shirt and look all handsome.
He's like, my shirt doesn't look nice enough.
So the problem was his shirt had all the buttons not ripped off. So in his new one, it's like he turned into Hulk, and then he blew that shirt up. So
By the way, someone in the chat said show mine. I actually can't. We don't have our own key. So like I have Sean's key and I have Luca's key, but I don't have mine. So
I've been banned from
I
the
can't
keys.
do mine. That's someone else has to hit it. Or I don't even know if you have them.
I don't have anything.
They
The
haven't
only thing I have
added. They haven't added them to yours yet. I don't
No,
know.
I
If you're
think it's 'cause
enjoying
they're
this
scared.
video, please take a second and
That
hit
was
the
probably
like
Pratt.
and
It
subscribe
was,
on this channel. And never forget, do not put pineapple on your pizza.
Niels is
Unless-
my favorite. Niels is my favorite.
Unless Joey actually tears
Why
that
everyone
phone
put their
book.
favorite in there? Why not?
If you tear a phone book, there's a lot of.
If John Weed comes back on here and starts tearing phone books,
if he
that
tears a
is
phone
going
book in
on.
two,
Yes.
I
That is
don't
going
even.
on.
You should have seen. You should have seen
Oh,
the
I already
effort he
got
put
it.
into. Like he was legit. Like you could straighten. He actually got it going for a little bit.
Dude, we
I
could
was
say
impressed,
like,
man.
tear up the markets while you
Tear up
watch Trader TV Live, and then you can just go bang like that, and then that's it, man. Done like that. So I think
There's a
that'd be-
technique to tearing a phone book. Like there's actual. Or otherwise, you have no chance, no matter how
Yeah,
strong.
but I'm
you
not
are.
sure he actually did it.
But-
So, okay, what's up, Brando?
Little one just halting here, guys. TNON popping up through 150 there on heavy volume. Looks like they canceled an offering. So they had planned for a 85,000 share offering. That's kind of small. But apparently they're canceling that offering. So it just popped up there and halted.
Okay, that's.
People are saying, "Oh my God, those are going to get." What's up, Dr. Crusher? Well, if you think those are getting annoying, wait till you see what's coming.
Give me a
but
break,
it's because
that's
you know why we
gonna
don't
be-
have enough people hitting subscribe or like and all
Exactly.
that stuff. So I mean, hey, what
There's more.
What are you expecting us to do? But okay, it looks like SI. I just want to talk about it quickly because we are getting out soon, and as this 50 period keeps, so I'm just going to leave the 50 period here at 80 break. We didn't break that yet. That's where it was. Of course, as we start to trade this name, and as it starts to go back to the upside or however it moves, the 50 period is going to move. So I'm not going to change my stop. Just quite frankly, I mean, I'm looking at other things. If you are really in this trade and you have a lot of shares and like 20 cents, makes a decent difference. It doesn't to me. I only have a third left. Then I would move this up. I mean, it's 21.95 now would be the stop. But I'm going to wait for this 21.80, that wick bottom to break, which to me confirms that break because we've broken before, but we only broke like 5 or 6 cents. So that's what just happened right there. We actually broke it. It went down about 8 or 9 cents and then stopped and now went back up. So as this market is thinking about topping out right now, I could see SI come back in, but obviously SI and the market aren't connected. It's just if the market sells off, I could see people gathering some profit already on the day. It's only up. I mean, look, I don't know if I would take 26% in one day.
You have to remember where it
but,
came from, though.
That's what I'm saying, right? This is
the
pretty
stock-
much. There was questions of bankruptcy. I mean, wasn't this at $10? Yeah, there it is right there, 11. So you did have a low of 11. Now it's at the 22. So it's doubled up, Neil, in a month. So you're right about that. I think people should take profits, but we're not here to give financial
The
advice.
stock 1 year ago today, well, I shouldn't say 1 year ago today because I have to be precise about it. Let's just say it was over $100 not terribly long ago, right? Like this, you always have to put these in context. Like if it gets above like 23 and 25, like there's just another leg on a squeeze that this could make. So there's a lot of people making some bets on a swing basis that maybe they make sense from a squeeze standpoint. I just still like that 23 for a short. I want to get to, Airbnb, I hate you.
You're so dramatic with all of your like hates and everything.
No, because
just say dislike. I tell my kids do dislike it, you know, because then your daughter
it just keeps going.
Yeah, because she's gonna say, "Oh, I hate that mac and cheese."
Do you know why I always say hate? And the worst part about it is my daughter does listen to stuff I say.
Yeah.
So she does all kinds of Chappelle skit stuff, which my wife hates, but I think is great. Especially the Little John, she loves that.
So you haven't showed her white black supremacist yet,
Well,
or black white supremacist, the other way around.
we'll wait for a little bit on that one.
Clayton Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby is one of the greatest bits of all time.
Oh man, that's too
My
funny.
dad
I ain't never
actually-
showing my kids
my
that.
pops
either.
hates a lot
The
of that
player
type
hater
of comedy.
ball.
He died for the Clayton Bigsby
Yeah.
one. He thought it was the funniest thing. But I love the player hater ball, so I say hate a lot.
That's
it's just
it.
hate. But I'm just
sprinkle on some hate.
I'm upset that I'm not long Airbnb. Is that better?
Divorce her now. That was the
just like
best.
it.
There's so many great. I love Chappelle. I mean, I don't really like.
Dude, I'll ask my I'm like, can you bring your plate to the kitchen? She's like, what?
Yeah.
And she
What? Lil John?
And I'm like, okay, great, I'll do it for you. It's so awesome, man. Kids are the greatest thing in the world. Like when they just get a gag like that and then they do it so perfectly because it's so innocent, right? Like they don't even realize how
My
funny
kids don't
they
do
are.
things innocently anymore, man. Trust me on
But
that
yeah,
one.
then they then some point they get to the point where they're saying no to you a hell of a lot, but that's different. So Airbnb is too strong. I got to find a way to get into this off the highs, right? Because I was looking for a dip off VWAP, not going to happen. I was looking for a dip off 37.5, not going to happen. Maybe we'll get 138 because I feel like we're headed to 140 at this point. I know it's crazy to say, but we'll see what happens. I want to get into this trend, so we're going to look for the next dip buy and try and catch it. I was going to go to Apple in a quick second, but Amazon's a little bit more interesting. I had short 100 on Amazon. It got to VWAP. I shorted again. It lost. Should have reversed it here. Now it's just on one. If we talk about joining trends, on the 15-minute, 101, it's weird to say, but 101 is arguably a better level than 100 on the 15-minute. Right? Because you're getting above this high, and it's about to do it now, so I don't want to be too long-winded about it. But it's going to break 101 right now, and then you've got room to like 102, half, 103 to the next level up. So the market takes a high. I want to be in Amazon here. Did it break? That didn't break. Okay, never mind. I'm going to take it anyways. I just think we're going through at this point, so I'll give it a little bit of room. But I think Amazon has some room to go. Reverse the trend, higher lows the last 3 days in a row, taking out this double top. I think you've got $1 worth of room. If we think the market has gone green for good, this is the ES. If it chews through that, what do you want to do? Like you got 20, 30 points to the upside on the ES. The NASDAQ, somewhat similar, although it's already broken out. So ES is trying to follow suit. The NASDAQ's already gonzo, up 0.7%. And Amazon's stronger than the lot. So, I like this one breaking through this high. Let's see if we can get to 102. I'm going to take that one. I haven't traded Tesla today, but that's getting a little bit more interesting the longer I look at the Tesla chart. And it just wants to hang. It's just hanging out. What I would really love to see is a 215 break, but it needs to make a move soon. If it gets through that top, that's a big one, 215. We keep saying 230 when you look at the higher time frame. Well, it has to break 15 first, and hopefully we can see that today or tomorrow.
Trust me, bro. I think you'll see that.
No, but the market's going to tank today, right?
Yeah, I mean, should I trust you on that? Chat GPT. Peace, man. Thank you so much for coming. All right. So just quickly here, let's get this. Someone's like, we got to get this show back on the rails. Do we really? I mean, I think we're pretty much on the rails right now.
We're always off the rails.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So I just want to talk about something here again because the market's sort of top heavy. We just emptied out, honestly, pretty much all of our Palantir. I have about 12% left. So,
Apple.
We're out of it. It's breaking back lower. I'm going to hold this until 10:05. Let it break lower. I don't have a trade until 10. So we can, I don't know. I just don't want to lose anything, even though we don't have the whole thing back on here. We've really done really well on Palantir, man. This is my net, my number one stock today. Well, I got to get out of this first, and then it will be. But anyways, Palantir today, number one stock, and we really hit that real well. And it's a second day play. we did crazy on it yesterday as well. So Palantir there had the long yesterday, had it again today. I do feel like this is a little bit of a FOMO name. There are a lot of traders that want to be in these stocks because they're $7, $8, $9, and then you miss that opportunity. So okay, it looks like SI is pulling back in right now. Again, it looks like that 22.
It doesn't want to go to 23.
I was watching it, and I was thinking to myself the same thing as what you were saying there. That 23 looks great for many different reasons. We talked about it being topped heavy back here. You know, could have got out of it, should have got out of it, was looking at it, but I wanted to respect my strategy, which was waiting for this line to break, and now it's broken, and now we're basically right here topping out at 22.50, and it looks like we will participate and not hate on SI, because this has been a great name today, breaking through 2180, and we're gone on that. Palantir is what that is. We can check back on Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, this name really hasn't done anything, but it's well cooked already, under $2. So really like that one. We have one trade on Bed Bath & Beyond today. It's right there. It's right in the pocket. You know, like this is, it rips up. This is exactly what we wanted to happen. Break through $2, give us that sort of squeeze up to the upside. It has had no more volume than it did at 10 o'clock, and that was it right there. Came back in, and now, like I was saying, you're in it. You're in it right now. It's just like hovering here, waiting to make a move. If it breaks back up, we'll reshort that. I still have shares I can get some out. I'm looking right now like 87 right in the middle. We might as well put a bid there if we get it. And by the way, that concludes our SI trade. So it just popped out. Of course, it's probably going to hold that level. But even if it holds, you know what? That's a $3 winner. So we'll take $3, 19.50 to 22, 250. So 250 in our pocket right now. The trade is over with. You can't count your chickens. We used to have, this is a little annoying. I think it's probably too loud.
Wow, that is loud.
We used to have, people said that our animations were too loud, so maybe we'll have to fix that up. I don't know if it's too loud in your ear or here in the studio, but we used to have chickens going across the the road there. That would have been a cool one there. But anyways, what you can get at here is that no matter what happens, you got to put that profit in your pocket, or else you don't have anything. So that's what we just did. Why am I getting all of a sudden a little bit of a headache here? I might have to refill this.
Brendan said it. I'm feeling it. I think it's the weather.
We're getting a huge storm. It's supposed to be. Remember, it was minus 30 and we were like, hating our life. You know, it's plus 14 today.
Yeah,
and
but
it's supposed to be a rainstorm. Oh, that's probably what it is. I do get that. It's our mics that are low. What's up, Euthanasia? Glad to have you back in the chat there. Yeah, he's saying it's fine. So.
That graphic was fine. It's just, it was loud for us. That's all I know.
All right.
So a couple of things here. One, I said if Apple started rolling over off the high, the double top, I like this for the short. So it's like, I just like the setup. If we're breaking the highs, I'm going to carry through. I'll have a tight stop on Amazon and Lucid. Lucid's kind of 3 cents away. Amazon, similar story. I'll show support in a second. But then I'm going to be short in Apple and carry that to VWAP. So it's a matter of, I like to be poised when the market's up top for something I like relatively strong. If we break this support level on Amazon, I don't want to give this all the way back into VWAP. I just think Apple's a weaker name where it's trading. We'll see if that ends up being true, but that's just my thought on it. And CVNA is not doing a heck of a lot. So I kind of, you got a bid down here. I'll take another one out of VWAP. My stop's at the high. Not much to do except sort of sit in this and let the chips sort of fall wherever they happen to fall. If it gets to VWAP, great, then I got the winner. I'm kind of convinced Silvergate, if it gets to 23, maybe I don't want it there. We'll see. But it's getting really close to that level, and I'll show you on the daily why I like 23. Maybe on the 15. Can the 15 show it to you guys better? Yeah, it's much better on the 15. So you see that the last time it made a major move, and one day we spiked, no liquidity goes to 25. I was trading it this day, so I remember it pretty well. And then here's your lower high, where it just ran into a wall at 23. So I'm looking at, all morning I was looking at the 23 level. Obviously 25 would be one as well, but I like that 23, and I've been waiting for it to get there. Sometimes it doesn't quite get to the price before it makes the turn, and I feel like that could be the case. I'm going to try and short it off this high before it gets to 23, and then just see if that one ends up working. We'll see what happens in the market pulling back here. Airbnb's coming in. I'd rather join that trend if I can catch it down to 137.50. But I have been able to miss that trend spectacularly every single time I've tried to get it. That's just what happens every now and then. I'm not going to look at Coinbase. I see Kesley talking about Coinbase. I find if you're trading a crypto name, look at that name. and then don't try to do 2 or 3. So if I'm trying to trade Silvergate, I won't even touch Coinbase and vice versa. I think that's just the way to go. And I didn't get my fill on Bed Bath & Beyond, which is hilarious. I'm like, let's get on the bid so we can catch a fill and not miss them when they come down there. And of course, the first thing I do is miss a fill. But arrows down for Apple. But remember, when it stays in the top end of the range, anything that I get paid out here is just going to come out if Amazon breaks out, right? And then I get the tight stop on Amazon. But you get out here, so if you get a continuation on Apple, then I can hold on to Apple as it trends to the downside and hold on to Carvana. So that's my plan of action there is the CVNA. Where's my other fill on CVNA? Oh, I did get it on CVNA. So there you go. Like CVNA makes another leg down, so that one's gonna end up working. Falling down like a little bit of a, why do I have the tree? That tree one needs to get refreshed.
What is PLTR doing?
Well, the market's coming back in a little bit here. So if it's not doing that, then it's really strong. Because everything else is coming down right now. So I'm assuming we're getting down in VWAP. Tesla seems to be tanking. Meta's probably a good short, almost. It's not doing anything. Meta was so weak earlier, and now all of a sudden it's not really, like you should be under VWAP if it's so weak. It's down at 1.5%.
You know what's
think it'd
making
be
the move
beneath
here?
VWAP.
Tesla.
Oh, it's Tesla that's falling.
Yeah, it might be Tesla that's falling. So Tesla just hits 213 there, and then just drops $2 basically. But the market is kind of falling down, but I mean, Tesla is the name here. I think it's having that hard time. We've been at 214, 215 before, and it just, tried to sort of was barcoding, and then that's kind of an easy take there, breaking. I wasn't, obviously I wasn't sitting here, but it doesn't matter. That's a nice move to the downside. I would say that we traded Tesla earlier today, and although too bad we have that little, let me see if I can get that out of there. See if I just move it. There it is. So we got long 208s. We got the, well, first long was 210. We had to average in down here at 208. And then our best out there was 211 flat. And then we were a little upset that we didn't get 211.50 before dropping back down, reloading it. So we did have probably 20% left. There's probably, maybe a little bit less than that, 15% left. Came back in, we put on a new trade there at 208.20, got out at 208. It flushed to 206 and then ripped up $10. $9, stopping at 215, and right now you're below. So yeah, I'm thinking that Tesla here, I'd still like the long, I think. Although I was just looking at this because we just hit that, and normally I don't like to take that trade if we're below the 50 period, but I think you could do it on Tesla because Tesla's been so strong the last couple of days. It's kind of like, okay, that sometimes it's good. I just went to go refill my water, and tricky Palantir. I just put an offer at 04. It went there and it went right back down. So let's see if 04 can come back in here. We do have an offer at 04. Hopefully it'll fill us and get us that trade. I just went long at O's. I mean, we talked about that. It came right back into the 50 period again, into the 200. This is a 200E. You know what? I just posted that it was an EMA. Maybe it's not. There it is. We just got out at 04. Hold on a second. Let me just find out what it is for you guys because I always get asked this, and quite frankly, I don't even remember. There it is. It is the green one. So it's a 200. It's a simple. Okay, so my bad. So it's 200 simple. It was the 50 exponential. So I don't really know why I would have used simple in one and exponential in the other. So I'll look at that, but it should not make a difference. One uses the closing price, one doesn't. So that's really all.
If it works, it works.
The difference there. So I haven't really changed it, but that's what it is. So it's a 200 simple and a 50 EMA. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but I use those levels, and that's what I'm looking at there. So it just bounced off $10. And again, our charts are going, so the reason why it doesn't make that much difference to our charts, and it probably makes a lot of difference to other charting, is that we do calculate all of these D prints. So like when they come through, and again, I've talked to sort of not just our compliance department, but also developers, and it's been a request that some of the offices like to see these D prints. So, there are other traders out there. We know a couple. There you go, Palantir. So first of all, out some at 05. It breaks through 10, and now we're gone.
Well, now we're accelerating.
Now we're out of that trade. But some people like to use those for different reasons, so they've kept them in there. We do have a filter option to get out some of these. Where is it here? Display chart data. So you can filter out some of these prints with these sales conditions, but just if you are here at TraderTv.live, at Day Trade the World, definitely talk to your trading floor development team and figure out how to get rid of some of those wicks, because it is possible to get rid of some of them, but not all.
Well, you can, like I could literally paint this one out right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's one right here on Apple, which last time I did this, it was kind of hilarious because it didn't work. But I know what the actual bottom was because you can see it. No way is it gonna Yeah, it's going to probably crash. It literally worked 2 seconds ago.
Oh no, we're in the new. Are you in the new version?
I am in the new version.
Yeah, I'm in the new version.
I just did it and it worked. And it's like every time I do it in front of you guys, that always happens.
I just see
so now I'll go back to Apple.
forward.
I do want to show this level on Apple, 154.5. That's hilarious. But I'm going to take another bid out here because it is starting to roll over and we are accelerating to the downside. So you see, I stopped out tight of my longs and we're holding on to the short trades to see how far we can come back in here. Tesla is making power moves. I think all of the EV names are coming back in because Lucid kind of gave up that support, so it's now coming back into the bottoms. It has to get down to like 70s or 60s to go back to where we were long off the opens or a little bit earlier. We'll have to see. I mean, I want this market to maybe even flush in. It just went red again on the ES, so I want things coming back into support. I would like to see Meta break VWAP. Microsoft, which was weak earlier, I feel like this can be a short again. Maybe it always was, but I feel like definitely this can be a short again. I have to get my chart back. And we are going to Brendan for happening now.
Hey guys, into the final hour of the day we go. 60 minutes left on what's turning out to be basically a flat day after we get retail sales that come out this morning in the pre-market, much stronger than expected, if you remember, both on the month over month and the core number, which you take autos out to get the core number, if anyone was wondering that. Here's how things are looking right now. Basically flat, as I mentioned, 0.06 there for the S&P, 0.25% for the Dow. A little bit of strength here in small cap land, 0.95 specifically for the Russell 2000, so 1, 2, 3,000. For the Russell, 0.5% there for the NASDAQ composite, 0.4. The 100, we were all over Roblox, Ford, Airbnb, among others this morning. Great report for Airbnb if you missed it. We were watching this Ford today. Ended up being a bit of a slow trade, nothing really happening. There were some comments that came out from the CEO that sent it back to the upside at one point this morning, but nothing terribly exciting. We also talked about the chip makers if you joined us pre-market this morning. NVIDIA, though, can't get above this 228. Bit of a line in the sand here, as it was initially yesterday as well. Ends up being support late in the day, but 228, bit of a sticking point for NVIDIA today, guys.
Yeah, I mean, not the 230 level from yesterday, but certainly I think that 230 level is going to be a big one. If it gets there again, you might have a big move, even to the upside if it breaks it, because there's still room. I just got Airbnb, so we took the dip buy. This is still one that I liked into the long side, just given how the trend has been really clean. I could draw, I mean, whatever, I can. Sometimes you can draw a trend line and you sort of see it lining up there. And it's not to say that, oh my goodness, if it touches this line, you get out. But if it starts holding beneath that line, you get out. And this is where I was sort of annoyed with myself because I took this entry here. And it's like you mess around, but you just wait for this to happen. You wait for it to come down. You wait for it to make a bottom. And when it bounces off that bottom, then you go long. That's the entry I usually like when joining in the trend. So I'm now back into some Airbnb, and we'll see where it can go. Carvana looks like it is catching a bit of a bid here. Yeah, definitely catching a bit of a bid. Coming back into the upside. So got close to VWAP. What I'd like to see here is lower high and then flush. Like if it goes lower high and gets back to VWAP, it's going through. So I like to think maybe 1040, 1050s in play. I might reload one more time if it gets all the way to the top, but it's now power hour. And if you break the high of the day on Carvana, I still think it's a reverse. If this top gets taken, I'm going into the long. This is a squeeze name. And a squeeze name to me, when it breaks a big level like that, is a reversal play on pure momentum.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of a trade idea. We did get stopped out of Palantir sub $10, and you can see now it really just stopped us out. I think everyone got stopped out there. There was a big wick there, heading to the downside. So unfortunately, I should have noticed that and didn't. So I should have noticed that wick there made that bottom on high volume. So I'm sitting here kind of humbled a little bit because that's normally a reversal trade. We didn't wind up losing anything. Well, we did. We lost 2 pennies, but well, actually it was 01s out 98 half because we got a dark pool fill when it broke through. But there, yeah, 1004, 1005. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda. So it doesn't really matter. But that little wick down there, that went all the way to 95. So I'm glad I got out. But that push definitely was not just me there. I did not have 565,000 shares. I only had 500,000 shares. So anyway, someone just playing around and all that. Okay, so the next move, though, is AMD. So what I wanted to get to, let's go siren alert right now. We just took an AMD short. So I'm short into the close. We'll see. We'll see if it can hold. The NASDAQ right now is below the 50 period. You know, that's also 12,700. We only got 20 points higher than that. It's been a good day right now for the markets. I could see us sort of grinding a little bit lower. Remember, you've got big names here. Now, we've been really short Microsoft and done really well today, but we have a big name here in the NASDAQ, down 1.2%. Apple, I think, turned, right? Apple was weaker earlier. Yeah, now it's up. Okay, so yeah. So Apple had a monster move off 154 there, so that continues to move upside. But it's really Microsoft that was relatively weak. Meta's weak, XOM, Alibaba. Not only that, we have AMD is the name that I'm in right now, weak. But also, and I think you were just talking about this actually just a couple seconds ago, NVIDIA, or anyways, we always talk about it, but NVIDIA is another name that's weak right now. So, you know, the chips could fail out here into the close. You were talking about Micron. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different names here to look at, but I'm going to hold AMD, honestly, until we break the high of the day. Let's be wrong. I mean, the high of the day, I always say that, and then I never look at the beginning of the day, but the high of the day right there, 85.11, the high of the session here in the afternoon. Let's go short until we break that. So I do have more shares waiting for me, but this is a decent-sized position for me right now on this name, so let's see if it can come back in. We are going to put on more against 85.11, and if we're wrong and AMD goes back up, then that's it. We'll take an L, but for now, we're short at 80. Not great. Anybody can have it. It just touched 70 and bounced. So let's put a bid at 70 for next time. But I am averaged in here. 89 is going to be my next fill. And then we'll take an 85. And then that's it. And we'll see if we get taken out here near 85.12. Still got Ford.
I'm assuming you mean how high can Airbnb go? If you mean something else, then let me know. I'm not going to be able to tell you. What I can tell you is it's got a nice little channel to the upside. I'm going to respect the fact that it's been doing this. Like, okay, fine. You can see it. What I'm going to say is, if it's going to do this pretty much the entire day outside of the first 5 minutes of the open. What? Oh, muted? Sorry. So we're going to talk Airbnb, obviously, here. I drew the lines for you there while I was talking and you guys didn't hear me.
That was not Prad.
That was not Prad. Like, I went to go refill my water. I muted it because I was talking to Greg over there. There's a dining room set for no reason. I was like, what the hell is going on? And they're apparently selling it for beer money. I have no idea why they're doing that. But
what happened?
there's literally a dining room set by
I know how
like
they
in the
can make
back.
a lot more money. Just sell AMD right now.
But I mean, it is what it is. It's just for jokes. So I muted my mic so you guys wouldn't hear that conversation. But it's in this channel, so I'm going to respect the fact it's in that channel and pay out on the way up and assume it doesn't break. It doesn't mean you have to short the top, but if you buy the long, understand it's not going through the high. That's why this didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why this trade, breaking out the high, trying to take that long consolidation was nonsense, and then the dip buy while we're in the meeting didn't work, and just sort of stick with the trend and buy dips and pay yourself out on the way up. Like, I like that setup because it gives you multiple trades. If you're day trading, you can get in every single time. Or if you happen to have the long and you just, say you're long here, and it's like, what do I want to do with it? Okay, well, you can have obvious areas, like if it breaks that channel, that's where I'm going to trail out of it. If it breaks the top, then maybe, I'm not going to say turn it into a swing because we're day trading, but maybe if it broke the channel upside, be like, well, now I'm swinging it because it's super strong now. But I'm going to respect that channel that it's in. If it breaks the bottom, I can get out of it pretty easily. I'm going to reload Apple, though. I know Apple had that recovery, but I do still like that top, like this double top on Apple. I'll take the shot. It's 155.50. That's the high right now, ignoring that little wick there. So I'm going to be short in front of it and then see if I can't rinse and repeat a couple of times here. And then Carvana, kind of the same thing, like short off the top, reversed if it breaks out.
All right, so kind of as we, not as we thought, I mean, but, you know, we did have a starter position. Remember that Amazon starter position that we had? It was the same kind of thing earlier on here. Oh, no. See that wick? Like now, I can't even show you the Amazon chart. But okay, I was just going to talk about AMD quickly here because it was a starter position right there at the 50 period. We are waiting for 89s. We talked about that. We just did not get filled. It just went to 88 right there. Now it's at 86. I mean, I can just take shares right now at 86. Well, let's just... all right, let's do it. And then we'll just cancel, whoopsies, we'll cancel. Oh, now we got our 89s. All right, so we got some 86s and some 89s there back in, so we can kind of get both those fills. So now our average price is 85, so that's fine. We are starting the short in AMD against this 85.11. And again, why are we in this name? Okay, well, I still think we can get back to VWAP here. The futures are bumping up, of course, ever since we took this position. Remember, we were down here. Now you've gotten 4 or 5 straight minutes upside now in the NASDAQ. So the fact that the market's not rallied, but moved up here, and AMD really hasn't, makes me a little bit more comfortable with, yes, sir, with this position. Let's bang. There it is right there, man. You look at this. Holy, professor. Man, school's in. And right now, the professor to my side here watching Arsenal. What's the score? 1-0 City. Is that good for you? That's bad for you.
No, it's bad.
That's bad for you. Yeah. Okay, so right there, nice move to the downside. We were just talking about that. So let's take advantage and take some money out, man. That just went to 66 right there on the downside. My best fills, I got a couple at 70 and one now at 72. I just got that right there. And my best fill was 69. On that move down. So there it is, man. We could spin it again. Let's do this right there. Someone said they wanted Valeria on the car. She's in the last car there.
She's in the car.
With Brendo. So right there, shout out to Miss V. Whenever she gets back from wherever, I'm going to have her come on the show. I've already been talking with her. So as soon as she's back into Canada, we will have her back on the show to say what's up to everybody. So shout out to you, Miss V, and shout out to everybody else. Remember I just said, hey, just short AMD? I mean, you guys don't even have to sell whatever you guys are selling over there. There's AMD. It just paid off for everything. I literally just gave everyone AMD at 84.90 there, or 84.85. 25 cents in your pocket right there. Thank you so much for watching the show. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and all that jazz, because we're back, baby. As long as we're sitting here, hopefully we'll be able to provide you with the bangers. Shout out to you, Henry, as well, there for Palantir. Look at this move down. Yeah, buddy. Man, we cooking today. We cooking. Not like Russ, though, but we cooking.
Russ ain't cooking jack these days.
Exactly.
No,
but that's why I said that. I'm not cooking I'm cooking like Russ.
I wanted to say something nice.
No interceptions.
But if I tried to say something nice there, I'd be saying something bad. The guy's he's not been very good. It is what it is. I'm reloading Carvana.
I'll take his contract.
I like these shorts. I reloaded Apple. I like that one. Airbnb continues to go up. So I think the one long I like seems to be in the pocket and pretty good. And we're just going to reload, rinse and repeat. Any single level on the short side is going to be good. And you don't need the lines up there to see the channel that this stock is in. So I'm actually going to get my offer, because if it goes up there, I just want to be sitting up at that high and get out of Dodge. Apple, this one we just reloaded it again, and I like playing off the high of the day here. If you think the market is a little bit top heavy, then give me a name. It had bad news and it gets to a double top, I'll take the shot on Apple pretty much every single time. Get my bids down around the 150, just so you're not caught off guard if it comes back into the downside. So I thought Silvergate might be at the high. And why are there so many? When I type SI, there's like a million things that come up. And then of course I clicked the down arrow on the wrong one, Sean.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I made that mistake. It's not the first thing wasn't Silvergate Capital, but usually I just type and hit enter. We have the new menu where we can pull up the symbol and it auto fills. But I missed out here on Silvergate where I thought it could be the top. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel this, because if it goes back up to the high, I can play it by ear. I don't have to be sitting there with an order on a stock with a 70% or whatever short interest. I'd rather get it while it's in the pocket. Once it breaks down, I'm going to reassess. Where'd the position board go?
He's broken.
And now, okay.
You don't need a position board.
I'm short Apple, long Airbnb, short Bed Bath & Beyond all day, and short Carvana. There you go.
Oh, here it goes. Now my positions are going to float in
that was fast.
Right now. Yeah, so about everything, man. We just tweeted out who's short with us on AMD. Hopefully all of us are. What's up, Brad? Flip the screen there if you can there, bud. Yeah, so we're short AMD right now, watching this fall down a little bit. Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond, whatever. I'm sitting at 88. Hopefully it comes down and we get it filled. All right, so Ford, we just took some more out. I mean, what's up to Momo there in the chat? You were saying that you didn't think Ford had too good of a chance to break through 85. I agreed with you, so here's a whole bunch of outs, man, 84s. So we just got a whole bunch out at 84. Hey, if this rips, let's go AMD right now. Beer money alert. So there goes Ford. Hopefully it comes back down in. I'm just going to hold out, because if we do break lower, then I think we can get this. There goes the market. And by the way, I can't, it doesn't matter about this, but There goes AMD to the downside. I didn't even have a bid there. I should have had a bid in front of 50. We're now at 56, so hopefully a little bit of a move down there. And again, the analysis, I don't know how I come up with it sometimes, but it was just the market was going up. AMD was not. It was at a key level. It's down today. Thought market could go down. We just got a 55 fill there, or 56 fill on AMD. Like we just... This is about as legit as a trade as possible. Oh, someone in the chat said, and I mean, we could talk about other channels because I'm not going to say anything bad. They said that Meet Kevin was a salesman. The idea here is that, what am I selling? Winning trades live? Like that's the difference. We don't sell anything on this show. You can be a member for $5 a month, which, I mean, trust me.
Trust me, bro.
You know, we don't.
I always have to add the bro.
That's not doing anything other than supporting the show. No, it's supporting the show, and we like it.
100%.
And we want you guys to support the show, and we want to thank everybody for doing that. But honestly, it's like I'm not putting on a trade in SI and then telling everybody about it 5 minutes later. We're not doing stuff like that. The reason why we can do this show completely for free is because we're sponsored by the best prop firm in the whole world. They trade the world. It's a floor behind us.
And here's the other thing too.
Their traders are learning from us every single day.
We're here for 2 years on YouTube, I think, before we added one. Like just one. Like the only partnership that we have is with Trade Ideas. But before we even did that, for like 5 or 6 years, people on our trading floor were already using Trade Ideas. Like we'd all used it. We'd had an account on the floor for a long time, and that's why we have a deal with them and why we talk about them, because I use it. Like I have my scanner up here. Like I'm looking at Upstart, and literally just every time I look up, you kind of see me sometimes do this. And I have my Race Up Tesla. I was actually showing off. You got Roblox there. But yeah, I mean, Upstart, I'm watching this one. I'll use my scanner to find like the momentum movers in the day. I find it's pretty useful, but that's what we talk about, because if we didn't use it, we wouldn't talk about it.
Here's a perfect example right
And
here.
at the end of the day, like we're showing trades that we think are good ideas, and if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, it is what it is. No one's forcing anybody to take these trades.
I mean, if you want to take AMD, it's only 50 cents in the money. That's up to you. Steve G right here. What's up? And this is what I'm talking about. Shout out to you too, Daryl. I saw you in there. You've been a member since day one. Steve G, 25 months. So there's your 2-year member right there. So I want to say thank you so much, Steve G, man. This is what we're talking about. We're trying to thank you to advertise here as well. Everybody, man. Thank you so much for everything. There you are, Daryl, as well. And oh, that's kind of cool. There it is, 100%. I did want to just say that, like, we watch Meet Kevin video. I mean, I try to get as educated as possible on everything, right? Like, the smarter you are, then that's just putting more, power in the stuff that we say, as far as like trying to understand why other traders make different plays and how they speak and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I can shout out more, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but is he even a day trader though? So what's the...
Yeah, no, it's not, and that's the thing, right? It's about what we're doing live versus what other people are doing. That's it. It's not this v that. It's just we're doing this live every single day, exposing ourselves to every single trade that we put on. So thank God Fahad almost exposed himself the other day. That was a little bit of a different side there. Let's go over to Brendan and put us back on the rails.
True. Just seeing a note on Tesla, guys. There's a 306,000 U.S. market vehicle recall just announced by the FCA there. I mean, it's not a tremendous amount, but Tesla actually on an uptick on that. But just be aware, 306,000 U.S. market vehicle recall.
That's interesting.
Was that Tesla?
It was Tesla, but it just went up. So first thing first, I saw the market make a lower high just there. And if we get to the top of the channel, then I'm wrong about this. But market made a lower high and started reversing. We got halfway, and Airbnb started running out of steam. So I don't mind going back on the bid to rinse and repeat this, but I'm just going to take the win and move on to the next. The market feels a little bit top heavy and weak, but Tesla, that's a little weird, man. Like, catching a bounce off this after that flush. There's a part of me that wants to think about fading it at 213. We'll play it by ear. I want to see what happens. How does it react up there? You know what I'm saying? Like, already enough shorts to be fighting Tesla when it's catching a bid like that. So let's just not fight Tesla if that's what it wants to do. I mean, Apple gets back to that high. We're going to rinse and repeat, 155, quarter to 30s, into 155. I got my bids down in front of VWAP. I like this one. I know I like that one. So that's gonna work out. Now, Carvana, on the other hand, I'm not saying it's bad, but I've shorted a lower high on Carvana. Like we had the top before, now I'm shorting the lower high because that's where it happened to put the curl in, and I missed it here because it didn't go higher. Well, the second time, let's just take it, because if it never goes to the top and it trends down into VWAP or worse or better, if you're short, then I want to be in this one. So I want to get my bids out there just to see where this one can go. Good luck, Comp SRX. You're shorting Coinbase. You know what? Like this morning, I remember looking at Coinbase. Someone asked me about it, and I was like, I gave the case why 65 was a good level, but I wasn't going to short it. That was a good short. 70 is incoming, and 70 was the level I said. If we get to 70, that's a 100% short, as long as there's some time to go to the upside, guys. So 70, if we get to there on Coinbase, I know I like that short. Was saying it this morning, and up 15%. Feels like a lot, but hey, that's what it does sometimes.
All right, just looking through some comments here as we're trying to get things all figured out. I do want to give a big shout out again. I'm not here to ignore anybody. Holy money, AMD. I mean, beer money, buy a brewery, whatever you want, one of those things here. AMD to the downside. Thank you so much for the membership. What's up, 55 Plus Realtor? Thank you so much. Shout out to Nicole Harris, man. You are awesome as well. You've been here for a very, very long time. Thank you for the $5. Meet Kevlin's a journalist. Yeah, exactly. So very, very good, man. And, definitely no respect to that channel. So you guys can head over there if you want. Definitely not competing with us, so I don't care. Well, I do care. We want to educate everybody as much as possible. That's the number one thing, because hey, in our community, if you can come on here, and there was a couple days ago where someone mentioned a trade about, hey, look at this, bang. I know Neil, we always looking at chat. So that's the big thing. Thank you, Farm Trader, for gifting 10 memberships as well. You know, blessed. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we're talking about, helping other people out with all that. So thank you. If you guys want to grab one of those 10 memberships, they're right there. Looks like only one person grabbed it. Bear vs. Bulls can help everybody out how to do that. I'm a moderator on the channel, and so is Neil. I don't think we even have the option.
I'm not even sure how to do it myself.
Do
Bears vs. Bulls knows how to do it.
He knows how.
He'll let you guys know.
Yeah, he'll let you guys know. Yeah, you know what? Let's look. See, this is what we're talking about. Look, thank you, Tim Z here. I know there's been some talk about Shopify because they were $53.
Yeah, I know.
I own Shopify, and I better check my account because we may be back in somewhere near the money on this name right now. By the way, AMD, I only have about 15% left. We just took a bunch out there in the 30s. We'll talk about that in a minute. Shopify up 5%. I think Shopify has a huge chance tomorrow.
It's at a double top here, though.
Yeah, to just be one of those names. Let me just check quickly
55.
here. ShopCat. What? Shopify. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah, so only 5% short float, so that's going to be a moot point on that one. Look at Shopify here on the 3-minute chart. What are we looking at right here? I only want to go long this name because you're up 6%, so I'm not shorting that today, not into an up market. It's different than AMD, much different. What was the double top you talked about?
On the daily, you got to go to the daily.
Okay, if you want to go to Neil's,
come right here on the daily chart. Post split. This double top, it's just beneath 55 even. So what I love about this is how it's sort of set up to go, right? Like you saw what happened with Roblox when it got through a level. This is getting through. Well, I shouldn't say it's getting through, but if it's a strong number or if it's a strong report, you get through a level like that, and there's just all kinds of upside to run. Like Roblox was a bit different, if only because like it wasn't necessarily a high that it was breaking out of. I know it eventually took out that high, but it was also breaking a consolidation at the bottom. And then it was taking out a big resistance level on the daily chart, and then you have explosion to the upside. And sometimes that's all you ask for, right? You just want a big level going, and you get momentum behind it. It's a name that's been beaten up, Shopify. So when you throw that out there that it's been beaten up and get a bit of a recovery, well, I mean, if you're short, this is not split adjusted, but you still get the idea, right? How bad it's been for them. And even with the bounce off this since the split, it's still, the short has been winning for a while on this. And there's probably still some that might want to be covering. So you get that 55 break, and it could be absolutely golden, I think.
So we did refill our waters up a little bit here. Wow.
It's like I don't even think about it, but the second you drink, I'm just like, I just pick mine up. It's crazy.
It's too much. Okay, well, we don't want to do that while we're on the air right now. So, okay, let's just, all right, so like AMD, honestly, guys, it's now 70 cents in the money on the downside, and we just talked about this on the upside. And I actually even like zoomed in and was telling you guys what our plan of action was. Not only did I, is that a mark on my screen? Yeah, I think it must be. Not only did I taken 86 short, but we also, as we are taking that, it ripped up and filled us at 89. So we actually wind up getting pretty much 3/4 of a full position because my next spot was at 85. So this is a big winner for us. And even as of now, we're up more today than we were down yesterday. We talked about that coming back strong the very next day, and that's exactly what we did. And I didn't up my shares. I didn't do anything. I just stayed here and stayed with what we were talking about. And yesterday, we did have that huge move in CPI, and I just didn't believe in it, and I got caught short Meta and Amazon. Other than that, we made money in the afternoon. We made money basically from 10:30 on yesterday, but we were still in the hole. So today we come back with how many negative names? 0. Right now, AMD, Amazon, Bed Bath & Beyond, Ford, Google, that's 5, Microsoft, Palantir, Roblox, SI, Tesla, 10 names, 10 V's here today. So let's keep that, remember that you got to stay with your strategies, right? And I think that's the most important thing that we can all learn. Stay with what you're doing well, and you're never going to go. It doesn't matter. Going 10 for 10 doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is sticking with strategies that you're confident in. Look, Palantir, we almost gave everything back on Palantir. Like, if we would have loaded it up in here, then I wouldn't have given everything back because we have this long from the morning right here. So we have these 3 longs. So we wouldn't have given, and we also have a baby long in there. But we wouldn't have given everything back. But what I was getting at is like, if I start averaging in all the way down here, right, and don't wait for this, that this becomes disastrous because my out is the same out, but it's multiple pennies.
Oh, nice, thanks.
Yeah, I want one of those chocolates.
There's I don't even know what the difference is.
Through.
This one's blue, so I'm like, whatever. Nestle.
Get some energy going on
Sublime.
here.
Well, we
never heard of these.
We can't both have candy at the same time. I'll let you open yours.
Princessa.
I'm going to do this because Apple.
Oh, creme de menthe.
Apple was
mint?
strong. I hate chocolate and mint. That's why I kind of looked at that and was like, I shouldn't. I use hate so lot. See what I just did?
Thanks,
I say
Neil.
hate a lot. I don't hate mint
to say
and
you
chocolate.
dislike
it's
mint.
not my preference, right?
Right.
I'll never.
Even better.
I will never choose chocolate mint over something different.
If it was a red pill, I'd just be popping this real quick. Right
It is
now.
what it is.
I gotta get into that zone.
You have to do you. You like what you like, and you don't compromise on that. Like, why would I choose something just because everyone else likes chocolate and mint together? Why do I have to like
It's
it?
like just because pineapple's really good on pizza doesn't mean you need to like it, right?
What should I throw at you right now?
No, but I'm feeling you. I'm using his nether example.
You're Italian.
I'm
You know
using more
it's
examples
bunk.
for the people.
But you're Italian. You know it's nonsense. You just do it to round me up.
I think it tastes good.
No,
on
you
people.
don't.
Yes, I do.
I don't
I eat
believe
it
you.
every time.
I don't.
I don't know what.
If I put 5 slices in front of you, that's the last one you have. The different types, right?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first one.
Okay,
I go to.
well,
I
see,
mean, let's
now
call
you're-
it, let's,
now-
let's,
okay.
Let's call it like it
There's
is.
a compromise there. It's not going to be the first because it's pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
So even if you like it, you know it's not the best, right? We can all agree on that at least.
I don't think anyone. I mean, if the pizza's called Hawaiian and it's invented in Canada, so I mean, already there, I'm already throwing some question marks at that. So yeah.
But for everyone looking at the market, I think we're stair-stepping down. At least that's what it feels like. Right, like I was sort of talking about this by getting out of Bed Bath & Beyond. We made a top. Now you're back at the morning highs. You consolidated, lower high, 12.7 even. Now you're threatening to break down. So we reloaded Apple. We already took a couple legs out there. First was a support level. It broke that. The next move down, we took that. The next step down is VWAP. Like the difference is a couple of closer exits here, but beneath 155, it opened up a little bit. Like on the way up, on the way down the first time. So I think you can do the same thing going into the close here. Now, the thing that's not really going is Carvana, but then we made the mistake of getting the lower high short instead of waiting for the top. So I still have some on from earlier, but I want to give it to this high of the day. If it breaks, it breaks. It was good the first time. The second time, we didn't get as good of a price, but I want to give this one a little bit of room here, see where it can go. And I still haven't gotten any bids on Bed Bath & Beyond. I might just be holding that to like 355, to be honest with you guys, unless it does something.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I'm not. I guess I didn't get my 88 fill. Like it actually went to 88 there. Didn't get it. So yeah, now it's going back up to the
Drifting higher.
upside. Yeah. So that's that. Thank you so much for all the gifted memberships there, Farm Trader. Thank you so much for that.
one's ridiculously good.
And all right, so Bed Bath & Beyond AMD. Oh, okay. So we have like 7% left. It's not big. So if we come down to 84, let's just look at this together here and just to think about things that I look at. So this is 84 right there. It's not a super key level. I don't really see, any bouncing off 84s or anything like that. So just kind of like how 85 wasn't that important either. I mean, although actually, now that I look at it, 85 did hold there yesterday, so that was good. So I take that back about 85. But I was going short based on that high, which was 85.11. That doesn't matter. But now you're in the money $1. Remember when we went short there? So we were short 90 cents, giving it to 10. So that's 20 cents worth of risk to capture that. So the reason why I didn't put in any outs, my best out right here is 16. So I don't have anything down here at 84.10 where we went to, because I was sort of thinking, let's get into this area, which is like 85-ish. So this is where my next cover for AMD is going to be. And then if we do break higher, we're going to use the same kind of rules here and get out if we do break this 50 period. So if we break that 50 period back here at 84.50, we'll get out of half of what we have left, and then that will put us in play money into the close for this. So that's what I'm looking at right now on AMD. I think it makes sense for me, and that's a trade that I'm going to look at right now.
So I've seen people talk about a firm.
Yeah.
And whoops, what? Okay, well, I was looking at Bed Bath & Beyond because I wanted to get a bid out, and I might have missed an opportunity here for this pullback. However, it's not to. Usually, I talk about shorts on a firm, but I'm going to give the case for here's 1450, where it's trying to bounce right now. And then you go up, and the only reason I know this is because I was looking at it earlier. So you're bouncing off the 50 period, double bottom after making a fresh low, and now you're breaking out. See that level here on the daily? Like after that big, massive red candle, a little bit easier to see here. That's 1435. So what I see is huge run to the downside, find a low, try to fill in the gap on this breakout. Like look at where that consolidates on the break, and now you're just going higher. Well, the next consolidation is right here. Closes 14.5, and this is a strong stock. As much as, you'll see me try to short it at every chance I get, but this definitely feels like something which could fill in the rest of this gap here. So I might think about 14.5. It's 3:30. We have, 3:30 already. So
wow.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit late, right? So normally I wouldn't think about a dip buy in a stock like this. It's like a squeeze runner this late in the day. But 1450 has a chance to hold. I might take a shot on the long for this, just giving it to 1450. I'd prefer to actually have it bouncing off VWAP first. We are running out of time. I'll give it one chance to check down. Give me a 1450 fill and see if it can go higher. And if it's above this price tomorrow, I might be looking for longs in a firm. And we'll see if that actually ends up happening there. Yeah, Apple is working into the downside, but no decision till it gets down to 54.50 or gets back up to those highs.
All right. I just want to say I did put a bid. Oh, okay. I did put a bid here on Bed Bath & Beyond.
That's my bad.
Right there. Let's just continue to watch out for that. All right. It's small cap recap time with Brendo.
That was my bad. I got caught.
Wait for it. There we go. Quick look, guys, at how things are shaping up as we head towards the end of the day here for small cap land. We had that TNON, the biggest gainer of the day, 123.25%, still basically at day highs here after a few halts on the way back to the upside. Look at the daily chart, though. 250 coming into play here as a rejection point. Maybe throw that on the list for tomorrow. Really no significant news related to that. This one, SERA, was a big one this morning. Gap to the upside all the way to 220. It's been kind of drifting down towards 180, so I mean 40 cents in it, but positive top line data on a trial from one of their products coming out. BuzzFeed and all, meanwhile, of the AI stocks popping back to the upside. This was just a minor story out yesterday. They started debuting some content on their site using AI back above 210, back above that 208, 210. This is a daily chart, remember, so a nice look trying to get going again for BuzzFeed. This one as well, OSUR. Jefferies raising the price target. This was actually an earnings play, so they reported aftermarket yesterday. Big pop in the aftermarket, opens even higher than that, and has basically done nothing after that initial move back to the downside, guys. So a few there that we can throw on the list for tomorrow as well. Back over to you.
AMC might be going, but at the same time, Carvana took out that high. So I was in the short, it was working down, and then it just took out the high of the day. I said I'd reverse into a long. I am now long it at 31. The high was 30, so we got like a cent worth of slippage. Let's see where it can go. I mean, there's like 13 stands out, obviously, but one of the things that can happen, I'm pulling this up, and if you trick me and AMC's not going, fine, but when some of these names start going together, I know it's going. When some of them start going together, you can get this weird like uplift that happens in the squeeze group. So I like the fact that it's going at the same time as Carvana. What I don't want is this to break first, Carvana to follow, this fails the break, and then Carvana fails the break. So that's always a possibility whenever you see that happen. It's a strong day for a lot of these like highly shorted names. I say squeeze names, I should say highly shorted names. There's all kinds of different words you can use for that. But yeah, AMC is strong. I'm just going to throw this one out there because my personal thesis is until March, typically it's been not that bad that every single time AMC finds strength, you look for ape longs. And right now it's actually tanking. So that whole arbitrage trade, I guess, right now where people have been shorting AMC and going long in ape, maybe somebody's doing a little something with that and unwinding it. Because you get a dump in ape while AMC is going to the upside. That suggests to me somebody that had the ARB on has decided to give it up at this level. I think usually you can buy dips in this, but it's too late in the day for me to chase ape. I want time for it to go. Usually I like dip buys in the open, which was pretty good today.
I mean, never going to give it up, you know, never going to let you down
Brendo?
as well.
Sorry.
What's up, Brendo?
Just broke 23,000 when we came on there, went straight to 24,000 and then some. So testing this high, if I zoom out back to the beginning of the month here in January, 24,200 right now, Bitcoin up 8.5%.
You know,
Maybe Coinbase will see 70 today.
You know what? The thing was about that Bitcoin?
getting
Jawweed. I mean, that guy came over.
What time did he say it?
I don't know, but Jawweed was all over Bitcoin right there. I'm just trying to get rid of a bad wick here because I'm going to go over to Amazon and see about what we could do on that because right now Amazon's pumping up to 101, right now into this high. So yeah, we want to see Amazon, what you all about, homie, right now. So let's see what that's trying to do now. Amazon, possible upside move here, obviously touching 101 again, that high of 101.07. Let's try to short it right now. Unfortunately, our Ford trade, doesn't want to do much there. Come on.
Wow.
My charts were just hot fire there. Now when I'm switching it, it's not really switching. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. But right now, yeah, nice upside move there for Ford. We're getting out if it breaks 90. So actually, I can't look at Amazon right now because I got to edit this script order because I do have less shares now than obviously I did before. We still have about 40% of our position here because it just didn't go down. I want to shout out Momo in the chat as well because you mentioned that, you know, maybe Ford wouldn't go below 85. We did get some 84 since then, but yeah, 85 seems to be right. We're only short of 89. So we were thinking of a little bit bigger play on that one, and we don't have it. So
there's a question in the chat, and I've seen this a couple of times here, Shabs. I think it was you that already asked it. Shabs Ali in the chat. Carvana, did I get a fill in? Why am I sitting at 49? Why would you ever offer 49 in front of 50s? So one of the things as a day trader, when you're scalping a trade, you take a breakout, right? I find if you're looking to get out, if it pushes to 1250, like if you want the first move up, it's like take 46 or 47. Because if you offer 49, it'll get there, then it'll come back to 40, which it did, and now it's popping back up. I know it's gotten there anyways, but it's a nitpick of mine because it goes to 50, abjectly rejects it, and goes back to your breakout. Well, then you missed your chance to get a fill. Either way, it's going to the upside. It's a pet peeve of mine because I don't like offering at 49. There's a reason I go 47 or whatever it happens to be. So this is going up. But the question that you're asking in the chat that I was trying to get to right now when that distracted me for a good reason was Palantir. Should you hold it? So we don't give financial advice. Like we're talking trades. Like what do we see? And so yesterday when I was sort of saying it looks strong, and then after earnings, it's like one of those swing kind of breaks. Everything about that kind of worked out. Break to 50, break to 2, consolidate, make the breakout on earnings at 9 even, and then the whole idea is that as it was making this breakout, whether you're stopping at the 50 or the 200 period moving average, the next level up would be 11, right? It hasn't, like, it's just kind of like day 2, like, until it gets to 11, even like 11 half, 12 probably more like it, it's not running into a heck of a lot of resistance. So on that thesis, you always have to have an out and trade your own book. But this, to me, it's accelerating a trend that had already started and breaking that 200 period moving average for a name that has come down so much. Yeah, it seems like it has room to 11. Like, I don't think I'd be looking for, as a day trader, I wouldn't look for shorts till it gets to $12 first. And even then, I think 15's where it's a real. 15's probably the bigger level and much more significant when it gets to 15 even. But yeah, it definitely looks really good on the charts for a continuation type play. I'm going to go back to Carvana because maybe it just has turned off 50. So it did get up to 50s, took some out. Now it's pulling back again. We'll see what happens. But that was a reversal at 30. We said we'd do it. And sometimes you like a level to go one direction. Other times it's worth it in both directions. And I think a level like that in Carvana was. Lucid was the same thing when it broke that 60 level earlier today.
Oh man, it's pretty funny. I just see here from Wall Street Meme, shout out anyone who will follow me on Instagram. Inflation coming in higher than expected. I mean, you know, internet always wins straight up. You guys can follow me all over the place here on Instagram. I'm trying to put up funny stuff like that. Maybe I'll add this. How do I add this to my story? I don't even know how to do any of that stuff. Okay, so we're gonna find out for that. So we were short Amazon up there, 90s, out a little bit. Let's see if it can fade back in now, 74s. I wanna get short again. We actually got out and we got out of too many shares, so we don't have the position on. So we're gonna go short again here if we can, up near this 101 type area on Amazon. But you know what, the market's trying to come back upside. Maybe we can look at something different than Amazon. But I'm gonna try it one more time right now. We did short that, got out on that dip down, but right there 75 is a good play. So that's 101.06. I don't know. You know, I'm going to cancel this Amazon and maybe rethink this play again for everybody. We can check out PayPal right here. Let's just check out PayPal quickly because Upstart was rallying pretty good today. Oh man, yeah, so PayPal is showing up on the scanner. We do have Michael Noss in the building tomorrow from Trade Ideas, so that's gonna be a good one there. And yeah, it's just indicating right now that PayPal's back sort of at one of these, you know, sort of low levels right now, 5-minute low on PayPal, just ticked in right there. So yeah, 77.50, you know, you could break that down. You have all of these moving averages right now downside. Problem is it's with the market, so we need to have this market break back down. So if that happens, that's great. Right now, PayPal, yeah, looking like it wants to break, man. Maybe we do. So if we break that level, let me just zoom in. What is that level exactly? 47? What are you guys thinking about that one? 47s to 60s?
It's 3.
Yeah, what time is, oh, it's 340?
That's the thing, new trades.
Good call, Neil.
Like
yeah.
I just actually canceled the idea on a firm for myself because it is getting late in the day. It's late in the tooth. I even took another leg out here on Carvana. I just think we're getting a little bit, to think you're going to get another home, like a home run. I don't think we see $1 on Carvana. I could be wrong about that, but look, it broke to 30. It just got to 60s. We'll see if it can get up to 13 even. I think that's logical, but when we have to be out at the end of the day, you got to be a little bit more aggressive, I find, because you're running out of time. Like, there's a couple of factors. There's resistance levels, but for us, we can be up against the clock as a day trader. And that just means that you have to treat trades a little bit differently when they don't have the entire day to run. Carvana doesn't have all day to make a move like this again. It has to, I got to be out in the next 10, 15 minutes, so I'm going to take some more profit on this one. And not really, it's not to say that a firm won't be a good trade. It's just that I don't think it has time to work, and I don't think we'll get the high of the day on Apple again, unfortunately. So, you know, I have what I have in Apple, and at this point, I don't want to reload because I'm shorting off the top. It either gets down to that previous high from the last couple of days, 154.5, and we get like the clean move down past $1, or we don't. In 9 minutes, we're going to get the imbalances. The early look was to the sell side. That favors the shorts. The only long I have is a squeeze name, so it hopefully doesn't care.
So shout out to Brendan here with the imbalance. We might have talked about this. It's 526 million to sell right now. But I'm also going to shout out Brendan right now. I know he's busy, but did we miss Context Logic today? Of course, it's Wish making a huge move right now. Like, it's just gone from 85 up to 95. It's probably, well, it's not probably. We know the short interest on this is going to be quite large.
Is it?
Although it's sub-adult. Maybe it's not anymore, man. Maybe because
it's so far down.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe because it's so far down. Maybe the short interest is not.
8%.
8? Okay, so that's not a major thing then for us. So, okay, maybe there is something here with Context Logic trying to make that move back to the downside or upside right now. So we'll find out more about that. Oh, I did want to go over to... Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, I see it. Cutting 150 jobs. Okay, 17%. So we know, Neil, that job cuts are hot fire, right? So that could be something there that we're talking about on Wish. So that's a nice move. Thanks, Brendo, for that. I sort of got distracted there.
You know...
We just took some more out on Ford. That's all. Ford went back down to 87. Took a little bit more out. Go ahead, yep.
We don't hesitate to crap on Context Logic because We've been doing this a long time, but I remember when Wish came. I remember when Wish came to market.
Right.
And basically, you very rarely see everybody have the exact same opinion on a trading floor, but everyone had the exact same opinion on the floor. It was like just short it. It was just short. And Brendan had a good story about it too.
Something like I don't
want to tell it for him, but it was he was expecting to get some golf equipment, and
I don't know if it was him or he saw something online, but it was like they bought like a tailor-made driver from Wish, and then it was like Baylor-made or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not a good.
Not like an original product there. And I just find that that's tough because even on eBay, sometimes I have a problem buying from eBay. The thing about eBay is, and maybe it's true on Wish as well, you sort of have your PayPal protection, like you can cancel the transaction if there was any issues. But anyways, that was pretty funny there. I'm not trying to say, I've never bought anything on Wish, so I don't know. All right, so there it is right there. We got some 87s here. We got 187 and a 187.50, so hopefully it can come back down. You know, we were very close to getting punched out there on a break of 90. I was waiting for like a serious break, so you know, if that happens, we'll do that like 92-ish. But we took a little piece out here. Remember the imbalances that are coming? I've logged in and out, so all I'm going to have on here is ARCA, so let's just get rid of that. There are some that's halted before here today. Not many huge names halting yet, but this is all going to update at 350 with real names. So when that comes through, then we're going to do that. So we'll watch the imbalance locator coming in right now. So we're still short Ford here.
Heyo.
We're still short AMD into that, so that's what that is.
Super chat alert.
Oh, really?
Thank you very much, Curtis. I like a couple. I love some. There's a couple of famous Curtises that we love around here. You just joined them. Just joined. Should have joined a year ago. So here's a $100 for you guys. You guys are great. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. Wow.
Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, that might make the Friday a little bit better. You guys know when the super chats come in, we don't ask for them, but certainly just goes right back into making better production. You see the kick-ass green screen that we've been having lots of fun with, and we just hope that you guys have a better experience when we try to improve things around here, because we're going to be here to trade and then also entertain you, and we try to make improvements the best we can, and we love the community. Curtis, best of luck for the rest of the day, but also trading, and stick around, because all we try to do every single day is what every trader should be trying to do.
Thank you,
is
Curtis.
Get bigger and better. That's what the name of the game is here for us as well. So thank you very much, Curtis.
Yeah, very special, man. I mean, thank you for joining our community. I promise you, you know, you will not be disappointed. I'm hoping anyways. You know, traders will have good days and bad, but we're going to be here no matter what. And I mean, even right here, guys, we talked about getting out some of our AMD. I told you we had 7% left of this stock. So that's what we had. We take a piece out right there once it broke through the 50 period of 50. I actually waited for 55. So there was the trade to the downside. We took a little piece out. And honestly, I still am waiting down here into the 80s, but you can see the 50 period on the NASDAQ just kind of bouncing around it. So, you know, we'll hold out on that. Oil right now as well with a little bit of a run, but still up to 79 bucks, still down 0.5% there on oil. And then we can check out at XOM. That was at 52-week highs, but oil has been weak today, so maybe that's not something that we should mind ourselves with. But let's just check out XOM here into the close. Honestly, I hate this news. You know, lots of energy still, but not too many names that I really want to trade right now. We're at the highest spot we've been at all day. Every trade that we're getting out of are profitable names right now. We will take an L on Ford if it does break too much higher than this. I was hoping that the imbalances will come as a sell. We know we have negative news on Ford today, downgraded by Barclays, and yesterday we had Battery Gate happen for them right there on the move down. Chinese company the other day made that move in. Remember, they did have a 65-cent special dividend, which is why it tanked that way. So it's not that they're in that much trouble. I don't think they're in trouble at all, but you're going to have to wait to see about that battery issue, because when they halt production on the F-150, that's the #1 selling vehicle in North America. So
it's literally their competitive.
That's you know, that's not good. It's like Tesla saying, oh, we're gonna, like the Model Y is having issues, so we're gonna halt, right? So you got to watch out for that on Ford. So we'll see if there's an imbalance coming through. My out is 12.90, which will be a 2-cent hit or 3-cent hit, which will put us in the red on Ford today, because probably won't, but you know, we don't have very many fills here on the downside. So unfortunately, Ford really hasn't moved here in the afternoon. AMD still going back up to the upside. We have a very small piece on that one. And then Bed Bath & Beyond, man, we were waiting at 88. Yeah, okay, we'll watch Tesla, but first of all, Bed Bath & Beyond, that was the short. I was waiting at 88, now that's the out. Now we have 5% left of that. Tesla, wow, I can't believe we were long early on that name, Neil, wow.
I know, but I don't want it to break 215 today. I'm selfish. We're selfish about levels like that. If there's a really good level, like you just don't want it to go now because
it's okay.
Because it's not. Look, it's
No,
not.
but I mean,
the
it's
end of
not
the world.
ripping right now.
It's
per
not ripping.
se.
I'm just saying, like, if it gets through this top, and maybe the 15-minute is the best place to show this, you know it can go. You know you can see 230 because the perfect thing happened. Like it got to 15 and really pulled back. Then it's storming right into a consolidation day and top and not breaking it. You break this tomorrow, and the market wants another couple percent. Well, Tesla might just say, well, let's go 7, let's go 8, and look. VA Beach sucks in the chat. Hey, I saw a TikTok on RDW. It's up 55%. Maybe you want to short it, Neil. It's not that simple. A, I don't even know what's going on with the stock.
And B, you're always
B,
on TikTok.
Hey, I'm all over TikTok, right? My wife is, but not me.
She is?
Yeah, she likes TikTok.
Oh, okay.
That's not my thing, but she's definitely into it. And look, I don't know what the short interest is. I don't know what the float is. I don't know what the catalyst is today. And on top of that, I would say wait for it to get to $5. So that's, and it's not to say that maybe it's a great short right now. I have no idea. But you always want to make sure you know what the heck is going on. At a bare minimum, if your style of fading names requires you to know liquidity, does it have it? What is the float? Like if it's got an 800,000 share float, I don't want to short it unless it halts a few times. But if it's got like 100 million on the float, then it's going to be reasonable. It's just. I don't know. I know nothing about this stock. We have only less than 1 minute to go.
Yeah.
So one thing I always do at this time is when I'm in the money on something, I'm not giving this to the high of the day. I'm rather getting VWAP or trailing out right here on Apple. And I just realized I had not tightened my stop, so I will tighten the stop up to the next consolidation level. I don't think it will be as much of a concern with Carvana there, the long side of the trade. My stop is at break even on Carvana. We'll let that one ride.
Yeah, I'm just doing the same thing here because I got to adjust way
down.
Yeah,
Carvana's still high of the day. It's
my AMD print. So, okay, let's go over here and watch these imbalances pop through the screen. So in only 5 seconds, we do have the market on close imbalances. So thanks for that super chat. Curtis, you're about to see something you've probably never seen before. So here we go. Let's go. Okay, there it is. Wow, hello?
Huh?
iTub was 9 million shares right there. Okay, what else is moving around? Nikola, I don't really, okay, Ford's a buy. So, all right, surprised it's not really moving around here. So, okay, Ford, okay. I see you, not really moving around, so we'll watch out for Ford right now. What else? Siri, there isn't too much on here. J&J. Oh, there's AMD. So there's an AMD continuing to move up. It just ticked higher to 84.83. We're going to get it from Brendan. It's 400 million to buy. So 449 to buy notional, so it's not that much. Cisco reports tomorrow. That's a sell. So watch out for Cisco here. Not really going down, though. It's actually had a nice move upside right now. Yeah, it's not the thong song Cisco there, Neil. But you have AMD, Macy's there on a weak retail number today. I think they're still up, though, are they? Yeah, still up and a half right now. But yeah, sorry about that. There isn't too much on the imbalance locator.
I was actually a big fan of Drew Hill. They should have got back together.
Yeah, why didn't they?
Cisco was better when he was in the group. I'm just saying, if you only know Thong Song, like there was a group, it was called Drew Hill, and they were really good. And then Cisco, did his own thing, and that's what happens
like
every now and then.
Beyonce.
Yo, I saw them. I saw Destiny's Child before they blew up, and they were the third act or the fourth act in a Boyz II Men concert. And Beyonce came out, and Carvana's blowing up, by the way. But Beyonce came out while they were doing a change with a microphone, and a cappella did Careless Whisper, and everybody in the crowd was like, "She's gonna be ridiculous." It's like, this is like, are you kidding me? Everybody just stopped. We're like, what is going on here? This is the best thing we've ever heard. And like back then, you just knew she was going to be a star. And obviously, I mean, she is now. But I'm now trailing Carvana to 1270. Maybe it does hit 13.
Queen Bee.
She's the queen bee. But I was surprised by the stat that you said the other day about Rihanna, and I would never have guessed that about number 1 hits.
Number ones, yeah, for Rihanna.
14.
14.
It was 14. I know.
She hasn't had an album in 7 years, and she's like, Beyonce has what, 15?
No, it was 16 to 14, I think.
Yeah, and she just released an album, which had a few bangers.
I would have never guessed that. I would have lost money on that.
People don't understand about Rihanna, but that's okay. Bed Bath, whether or not you liked her performance or not, I mean, she was pregnant, up on that huge thing. I think that was pretty good for her. Okay, into the close here. Let's talk about Shopify. Shopify reports tomorrow, so we can have a quick look at Shopify and what they're doing. I'll keep this up here. You know what? Actually, I probably won't. There's nothing on here that anybody really wants right now. Okay, so Shopify, I think they're poised to beat. I mean, it's a huge run upside here, but they're gonna. Whoops. They're going to have to come with some heat, though, because it's a nice move up, man. You're up about 13 or 14% in 4 days, including today's move, of course, up 7%. And you're just ticking near this $55, $54 mark. So I really feel like if they miss, you could pull back into this area, 44, 43. I don't know what to think about Shopify, honestly. I don't know. I don't really have a good read on this one, so I'm not going to say, like Upstart, I thought we could take a flyer long, and that worked out really well today. I think Shopify does have that same blowout potential, but at the same time, there's just so much competition in this space right now, as far as like making your own websites and all that payment and everything like that. I'm not too certain. Well, what's their PE? It's still huge, isn't it?
Now, their forwards, like, that can't be right. Well, it could be right, 880.
Probably
and there's 12 times sales.
Yeah, they're still huge.
12 times sales?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
goodness. If it goes too far,
Well, let's see what sales are.
that might be a fade.
I mean,
That might be
maybe
a
that number might come in a lot more here. Is that Bitcoin or Carvana? Okay, Carvana.
That's big. Well, I'm using the Bitcoin one because Bitcoin's going crazy. So I'm going to use that one every chance we get. But I'm out of Carvana. You have to be able to understand, like, sometimes, even if the short works, if abort the short, the long can't be wrong. That's the first time I've thought of Luca's quote and actually gotten it correct the first time I said it. If abort the short, the long can't be wrong. But I'm out of it because we got 5 minutes to go. So last trade I'll have is going to be the Apple short, which, by the way, this is now, like, the imbalances came out. Apple did absolutely nothing. So it's been good off the high of the day. It's just not really going any further. I'll give this, like I said, I've already put a trailing stop in there. So I will give it one last sort of salvo in the last 5 minutes to see if it can go to the downside. I'm even out of Bed Bath & Beyond. I just popped it on the bid. It's not moving either. But every single day, all day, every day, well, until it stops working, just short the pops in Bed Bath & Beyond if you can short it. Ever since this, it's just every time it pops up, find the shorter, sit in it in the mornings, short the pops, just do whatever you can because it's been free money to short the consolidation in the pre-market and short the first move to the upside. First resistance was 213. It went to 213 on a dime. Now, granted, I would have been stopped out if it went 1 more cent, but it didn't. So there we go. Some earnings to get to, one of which you just talked about there, Sean.
Yeah, I was going to point out Paramount as well, guys. Berkshire coming out today, raising a stake in this one as well. PARA before the open tomorrow.
What was he? Datadog was one.
Yeah, there's a few names on there for sure.
Roku.
Zillow could be one of those names that moves. You know, Roku, Twilio. I mean, there's a lot of names on there that do have higher short interest that have been absolutely, taken out to the woodshed there in the last little while.
Look
but
at Roku today.
A lot of these names are bouncing. Yeah, like Roku. I mean, huge bounces on some of these names. So I don't know. Like, it's just going to be another great day. I mean, one of my top stocks today, we had a $2.50 winner on SI. That sort of came out of nowhere, So we'll look to do that here today, later on today, into tomorrow as those, come out. So for me, yeah, Datadog was an interesting name for many people. I still want to look at Palantir on a day 3 play. That could be into play, and then SI. Nothing to do with earnings. That could keep going upside as well.
I'm just jotting down Roku right now.
I just saw like a huge something there on Shopify. It was a big order, just got filled up. I don't know. I missed which way
side?
it was. That's the problem.
Damn it.
I missed which
You
side.
just saw the print, right?
Yeah, I just saw the print go through. All right, Ford stopped out, so we will go boo on Ford right there. Flush ourselves down the toilet on the last little bit. Couldn't get going, so it couldn't get going. And there goes Ford downside. Or downside in my account, but really it's a 2-penny hit, so no stress on that. And we took some nice outs here at 83, 84, 85, with our best out being 83. So, yeah, Ford was kind of sleepy there at the close. I apologize for that. I wish it would have moved, but it didn't. And then Bed Bath & Beyond, we might as well get out of that one. But if you were here early, this is just one of those all-day plays again that Neil and I both thought. And if you thought it too, you're not wrong. That Bed Bath & Beyond was going to be a short.
Do it tomorrow.
And it was a short, and we're going to do it tomorrow again. So we shorting it there. We got out. Bed Bath & Beyond, nice trade there, and I hope some of you have that as well.
So this Roku's spicy, man. Roku above 65. Like this, remember we were just talking about the whole hold to 50, make the bottom, break out, take out the 200 period, and then just jam to the upside. The only thing missing, and I legitimately have no clue what the short interest is, so let me just bear with me for a second here while I check it out, because you got to get informed. It's not huge. It's only 9%, but that's not bad either. We've seen crazier. So I like Roku. It doesn't mean it's going to beat and then be good. Like, it could be a disaster report and we never get above that level. But if it's Upstart, by the way, wasn't even a good report, so you don't even need that anymore. Upstart had a bad quarter, and they still went up. So Roku could easily do the same thing, but you look at it breaking this, and that's too juicy not to take. I'm now out of Apple because there's only 2 minutes to go, and I tighten my stop up. So Apple, nice recovery for them. Forget the daily. You know, Apple could be a good breakout candidate tomorrow. If it actually takes this level out, there's like $3 of room to the upside if we get through this 155 with any gusto. But for today, it was a good short off the high of the day. Above there, and the market could really rally, because as Apple goes, the market tends to follow.
All right, guys, 2 minutes left. Roblox, your trade of the day. Join us afterwards. You can watch all about the trade of the day as we are now out. Whoops. We got out of Bed Bath & Beyond and then got filled again because I had too many orders out there. But look at Roblox right. So we're flat right now. It's going to show me long on Bed Bath, but I'm just going to punch out right now and then talk about what I want to talk about. Okay. So right there. So Roblox today, we had that at 42 bucks. We talked about it. This is going to be another name that's obviously on earnings. And again, daily active users bumped up. We know these names aren't making money, but that doesn't matter, right? We saw Amazon not make money for a hell of a long time. And then obviously that pop up. You know, daily active users up 19%. They beat earnings per share. So, you know, it's going to be fine for Roblox. I still like them. I like them long tomorrow again. The only thing is we got to watch out. It's got to open up like north of 44 or around this 44, so we can use this as a stop spot for us tomorrow, right? So we got to watch out for Roblox tomorrow at 44, and then possibly right there, that's 45.20. Like, so we could take that out, right? We can't now, there's only a minute left, but huge move upside for Roblox. This is why we held it, and we held it to the high of the day as well. We have the bottom there. I mean, the bottom's really there at 8 o'clock, but we have a decent spot there at 42 bucks, and then there's the out at 44.50. So I don't know if Fahad's ringing the bell or not. We haven't heard too much from him here in our ear, so he must be pretty busy today, which is always a good sign. So thank you to Fahad for that one. Man, I'm getting a little bit tired here into the close. So, you know, happy Valentine's Day, belated to everybody. Hope you had a great time on that one. And here comes Fahad. I don't know what they have in the background.
He's sauntering over. What does he got today?
Oh, okay. This is when this is balling. I don't know if it's him and Lucas. Oh, you can't really see it in the background, but okay. Five. There, oh, there's Fahad. There is nice layup on Lucas. Poor Lucas fell 2 and 1. Get up, Lucas. Here, watch Fahad. There's Fahad.
No.
Watch this. Look at that. He's moving. That's Arun. Imagine that was Arun right there. How's Arun guarding that fadeaway?
He's not.
How is Arun?
What does this guy do?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You don't realize that this net is actually.
Yo, why is he moving the net while you guys are playing? Yo, that's a foul right there.
First of all, look at this D by Lucas. Like, that's not.
What D?
Exactly. There's a nice fadeaway. Kobe right there. Look at he's looking at the camera and everything.
He got game.
And this is before Fahad started working. Look at that.
Boom.
Blows by Lucas as if he wasn't there, but he's actually not really there, it
like
seems
butter.
Like, where's the hand in his face? Where's the hand in his face there? Wow. This is when Fahad was not showing his face, so now you have the trader. Look at that. Look at Lucas. He's stuck with nowhere to go.
Rejection.
I think there's a little body there. That probably was a foul. That's a clean block right there for sure.
Too, but
there we go right there.
Down goes Frazier. Wow.
Wow.
Fahad was playing at 65%, but I hope you challenge that dude that was messing around, just knocked him out 11-0 or something, because I don't know what that guy was doing.
Oh man.
But Fahad has game, man.
So we're sponsoring a charity game, and so Fahad's gonna be playing in that. That's gonna be a lot of hype
Jesus
stuff.
Shuttlesworth over there.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna see that. Yeah, Ray Allen is amazing, by the way. I'm not sure. I think Fahad could be a better three-point shooter than Ray Allen. Can you confirm that, Fahad? Yeah, he can confirm.
He passes like LeBron.
He's already confirmed better than Steph.
93.5% foul shooter, Fahad, allegedly. I mean, come on.
Not only is this man going to beat Neil in a race, allegedly, but he's also going to take the Trader TV Live team to the moon in that charity game. So,
where? Which one? Where?
What?
Fahad is the white LeBron.
That's right. That's right. Fahad could lead the league in scoring.
Triple doubles, I mean everything. He is, but you know what? He's a versatile dude, right?
He's very versatile. He's good at production. He's good at ringing the bell and things like that. Okay, let's go over to Brendan. How'd the markets wind up?
We'll just wait for Brad. It's fine. Poor Lucas isn't even here anymore. Here we go. Positive on the day, guys, right across the board. I was wondering about the Dow, but we did get there. 0.04 for the Dow, 0.25%, 0.77 for the NASDAQ. So when all is said and done, yeah, look at that. 8.5, 6.8. When all is said and done, pretty good day across the board.
And Roku's at 70.
Shopify's mooning too.
Yeah,
What's
Roku's
Roku
at
doing?
75. Shopify's at 55. Roku's at 75 and going ham, up 33%, Roku. Wow, that is I don't know what the numbers are, but this is an absolute moonshot. This is what happens when things squeeze that are beaten up. You get reactions like this on earnings. Doesn't mean it has to hold up, but already up 15 bucks, bottom to top, on a day where it was 11% to the upside. So congratulations if you own some Roku. I don't use them, but it's going to be a wild one for us to trade live tomorrow. I promise you that. You know we're trading Roku. You know we're going to trade some of that Shopify as well, because that's to the upside too.
What do you mean told us?
What now?
Who? No one's ever called you white. So someone in the chat there said he's the white LeBron, and then, but you know, he's not white like Fahad. His skin is white colored. Yeah, but you're. No, but I'm darker than you.
100%. Okay,
Okay,
Fahad,
so the thing is
Fahad,
that
we're talking objective truth now,
it's
bro.
just I'm darker.
Objective truth.
Oh, let's take a picture of my arm
It's
beside
not.
his. And
No,
then we'll
don't
just-
dignify this, bro. You're easily not even.
I'm not, but it doesn't matter anyways. It doesn't matter. Now we're getting all worked
No,
up.
Roku's
here for no
coming back
reason.
a little bit here,
All right, the rally never ends, you guys. In that, you can see Shopify bumped up to $56 as well. I don't know if those numbers are out. Okay, so Roku's Q4 net revenue 867 versus 804. So they blow out the net revenue number there. Also, Sundar Pichai, my boy from Google right now. Everybody at Google is to test Bard ASAP. So you think these guys are going to come out, fix that up, and then you're going to see a moonshot from Google coming up pretty soon. So let's see. Hopefully they don't, botch their little demo of that. All right, Brendan, any sort of little quick hits here on anything?
Yeah, a few hours they're supposed to test Bard. Just reading that note as well. So not quickly. Spend some time. Make it good. He also said that, the best products they've released were not first to market. So big words from the boss over at Google.
Well, I mean, I remember something called Hotmail. I mean, put up your hand if you have a Hotmail account currently.
I don't use it though.
Yeah, exactly. I do. I think I do. But we all went to Gmail, right? It was kind of the call there. So
I was on Yahoo real fast.
Yeah, Yahoo's a good one. Yeah, Ymail, I guess. Hotmail, AOL, whatever that was at the time. Yeah. I still hear that dial-up in my back. No, not from this. I'm saying when we used to have dial-up.
Oh, that was the
like
worst.
AOL Instant Messenger and stuff like that. Wow, that's when trolling started, back in AOL Instant Messengers. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. It's your Trade of the Day. It's coming up right after this. It's Sharif and Luca. Thank you so much for the midday show. Thanks to Prad today as well. There they are. Give a big wave there. Prad and Fahad on the ones and twos. Brendan always working, never stopping, looking at some numbers. So we'll be back tomorrow right now. There's McDonald's with Beyond Meat, by the way, a McPlant in Germany. So those of you in Germany, get ready for some McPlant McNuggets. They're coming through with Beyond Meat. So that should be fun. Hopefully that doesn't come. Oh, did you hear that? There's a petition. I can go on for days. There's a petition for a McDonald's in Brampton to serve Indian-based foods.
Indian McDonald menu.
Right, Indian McDonald menu, because I think it's like 65% of Brampton is South Asian. So I think that's a great.
I'll try it.
Try it. I'm all over that.
Do they
man.
have that?
But it depends, I don't know what
I
they're
had
going to
the
have on the
tikka
menu.
masala.
What are they gonna have on the menu?
masala
I wanna see what they
there's-
have.
You have to have something.
You got to
there.
see what they have.
Probably butter McChicken. That'd be kind of good,
That'll
right?
work.
So
That'll
there you go.
work.
Hire me, McDonald's.
That sounds amazing,
Butter
by the
McChicken.
way.
Okay. You like that?
That sounds
See
amazing.
what I'm saying, Fahad?
Who wouldn't try that though, right? I mean,
All right. Guys, thank you so much for watching. 8:30 tomorrow. We're back. Have a good night.